Question number 1. Where can you shop Fords and Chevys conveniently in one location?
Falls Auto Group?
That is correct. Question number 2. Where do you get free car washes for life when you purchase a vehicle?
Falls Auto Group?
That is correct. Final question. Where are you going to buy your next car or truck?
Falls Auto Group.
Correct. Let's show him what he won.
Right on the corner, right on the price. Go to fallsautogroup.com.
Number 34 and number 20, Garner. They got a Gardner and a Garner. That's going to be fun for me tonight. But, chances of me getting that right half the time is going to be real slim. Cannonew's got it teed up. This is right-footed Cannonew, so that's Lucas. My understanding is Tulio's not here. Maybe they got a soccer game, but Josh Van Nostrand told us that Tulio would not be here. So Cannonew's got it teed up, puts the foot to it, high end over rim kick, going to be fielded by Garner back at about the 5-yard line. Starts up the center of the field, gets a little block, and then cut down there at the 20. Good coverage by the Corbin Special Teams group right there. But that's been a little bit of an Achilles heel for Corbin. Best part in the year, they've not really covered kicks well. That time.
No, they haven't. They've had one returned on them and another one almost. But that time Tucker Jewell hustling down a really nice play on a kickoff coverage team.
The quarterback's number 11, Stetson Simpson. Simpson is a 5'9" freshman, 137 pounds. Very slight of build is Stetson in that backfield. A stark difference than compared to the quarterback they had last year. The Guffey kid was a brute. And off straight up the gut. There's some running room for the fullback right up the gut. That's Garner all the way up to the 30-yard line on the quick hitter. It'll be close to a first down. It will depend on the spot, but right up the gut, first down on the very first play for Wayne County.
Well, that's a little trap play, and defensively, that's the one thing I've seen Corbin has had a few lapses in this year, when people run right at them with those little inside traps. You know, you're not going to run lateral on them. Most people aren't. Some will because of the quickness they have on the outside, but they are a little bit vulnerable inside with that trap.
Sean Thompson, the head coach here at Wayne County, has done a fantastic job with these Cardinals. Logan Gardner splits wide to the right side. Outstanding wide receiver for Wayne County. Simpson in the gun. Up the middle this time, same play looked like for the fullback. Not much running room there. Tough sledding straight up the gut. A gain of about a yard will bring us up second down and 9 for Wayne County. Just underway here from Campbell Field. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you.
On that front line, Big Harley Lambert, he's led the way there all year at defensive end. The other defensive end is one of the Reedy brothers, Andrew Reedy. Inside is Cody Evans, and also in there is Colby Simon. The linebackers are Powers, who set out last week, and Dalton Anderson, who's been very steady for the Redhounds. We'll check the secondary and the outside 2 linebackers after this.
Simpson working out of the pistol. 2 backs flanked behind him, side by side. 2 wide outs to the left. That's the short side of the field. Simpson's going to leave it off to the fullback again. He is hit and snapped up a loss on the play of about a half a yard. Straight up the gut again. That time, the ball carrier is number 3, Austin Garner. Got 2 Garners, coach, and a Gardner. And all these guys are skill players.
Ouch.
Yeah, number 3, number 34, number 20.
Big play that time by Tanner Powers. He set out last week, came on a blitz on the outside, made a good play. Starting at the outside linebackers tonight are William Reedy and also Tucker Jewell. In the secondary is Rasmus, Harrison Reedy, and Austin O'Neill.
Big third down play coming up for the Corbin defense. Third down and almost 10. Back to throw. Simpson fires across the middle. He's got a man incomplete. Threw it behind him. That was Logan Gardner. He was open up there. Would have had enough for the first down, but the ball was thrown behind him. Got a finger on it. Falls to the ground harmlessly, and the Cardinals will have to kick it away on their first possession.
Yeah, it's a little bit of slant. He got between the free safety and the corner over here, and that's where the linebackers got to get in that curl route. We were just a little bit late getting there. Really had a guy there, just didn't complete the play.
The game note from Tom Smith and Kenny Hopper, the kid getting ready to return this punt, is number 2, I think, in 3A in receiving thus far in the year. Here's a low knuckleball kick, and they're going to move away from that one. That angles away from Hopper. Will hit out of bounds at about the Corbin 45, I believe, maybe even the 50, and the Hounds will take over. Good field position, first down and 10.
Well, Kenny's that kid. We talked about him from the first game until the last game about how much better he's gotten. He's not a seasoned football player, although he's a senior, but again, you can see each week he's getting better. Offensively tonight for Corbin, they'll go with Zach Moore at 1 guard. This other guard will be number 72, big number 72 in there, Jacob Lovett.
Taylor moves up under center, backs in a straight eye right behind Corey. They fake, look to throw. He sets up, fires on. They got they got Hopper wide open, overthrown at the 20-yard line. Well, they got one-on-one coverage with Kenny Hopper out here, and he was open. That one just overthrown just a little bit.
Boy, he was wide open. That time Corey just looked too much on it. Speaking of Corey Taylor, Clayton Taylor back home now, David. Out of the hospital, rehabilitation is going very good for Clay.
Listen, it doesn't surprise me. He's a brute, Clayton is. Our thoughts and prayers certainly with him. Take it down at 10 now for the Hounds, working from their own 47. Handoff. This is Kopic trying to get around. Nance with around the corner. He's got some room. He's to 50. Makes a nice cut back against the grain all the way out to the 42-yard line. Will be close to the first down. He's going to defend on the spot. He may be just a touch shy, but a nice 9-yard gain that time by Brian Nance.
Yeah, you don't usually see him go outside. That was designed to go up the gut, but that time it was field in there, and Brian did a good job getting on outside. Also at offensive line now, Alec Gamble. He's the center. One tackle was Dalton Eaton. The other tackle was Big Zach Ingalls.
Third down and less than a yard, Coach. Ball resting on the 44-yard line of Wayne County. Taylor's going to work out of the shotgun. To his left is Kopic. Two wide outs to the right. Also in the slots, Drew Carter. They give it to Kopic running right in. He cuts it up, has got the first down and more. He's into the secondary, bounces it outside 30, 25, still on his feet, makes another guy miss. Inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line for Kopic. Rolling out through there, running very patiently, Burley, behind that big wall of blockers up there. And looked like Braden Severe may have got the key block on that play, as well as Carter.
Well, the term you used there is exactly what it was, patient, very patient, because early on there wasn't anything there, but Corbin went to a zone blocking type scheme, and sometimes it takes a little longer to develop than it does in man-on-man.
I'm going to let you explain that to me here in a little while. I hear that in the pros all the time. 1st and 10. Taylor takes it, leaves it off the Kopic. Same play, left side. He turns the corner. He's the 20-15, cuts it back, tripped up, and lost the football. Big pile up at the 12-yard line. And Wayne County says they've got it, and the Cardinals do. Well, they just reached in and poked that one free. Kopic was headed to the end zone, and tossed it up deep in Wayne County territory. We talked about turnovers, Burley. The first one goes to Wayne County.
Here's where the weather is important, David, because should this weather get bad, and it apparently looks like it's going to, turnovers are going to be a key factor because you're only going to get so many shots in this dry weather, and those are the times that you can get outside and you can throw the football and do some things that Corbin's accustomed to doing. So, let's keep an eye on that turnover.
1st and 10 for Wayne County, working from about the 15-yard line. Simpson takes it, going to keep it himself, runs right behind his fullback. He's hit and hammered. 137-pound freshman quarterback gets knocked back to about the 14-yard line. I think they're going to give him forward progress just over the 15. We'll bring up 2nd down and about 9 for Wayne County.
Very stingy defense that time by Tom Greer's defense in there, David.
Cody Evans in there on that hit, according to, I couldn't see, there was just a massive humanity in there, but I'm taking Daniel Mackey's word for it over there.
Cody, a very undersized player, but he must have good strength, and I can tell he's got quickness, but he makes a lot of plays down in there.
2nd down. They get a pretty good spot, though. 2nd down, let's call it 8 for Wayne County. Simpson working out of the pistol, takes it, looks to throw, sets up, fires across the middle. He's got a man incomplete. Underthrown at there. Pass intended for number 4, Grant Shoemaker.
Well, if you're the guy in the box at this point looking at Wayne throw the ball the first 2 times, those receivers have been open. They found the seam. What they're doing is they're running a slant. We're 3 deep right now rather than 4 deep, so that puts the corner on the outside and your free safety, so they're trying to get right in between them. The linebacker's got to get on back there to that curl route to help either make it throw it over or cover it.
And one thing, too, you'd love to see those defensive linemen get their hands up here. You got a slightly built quarterback there at 5'9". Even if you don't deflect the ball, you may deflect his vision. Big 3rd down play for the defense here. Simpson looks to throw, rolling to his left. There it is. He got his hands up, knocked it down. Exactly what we just talked about. That was Powers coming on the blitz. Could not get to the quarterback, Burley, so he made a really smart play. He stopped, held his ground, and got his hands up and batted the ball down.
Well, I'll tell you this. If he's able to hang on to that one, he duck walks into the end zone because it was green grass, but still a great play by Tanner Powers.
Yeah, that was about a 3-yard pass. That would have been hard to catch. Garner set to kick it away. Now Hopper will be standing about his own 50-yard line. Good snap. Garner steps into it. Rugby-style kick. This is going to be over Hopper's head. He's going to let it bounce, and it takes a big Wayne County bounce. Inside the 40, still rolling to the 34-yard line. That was a bit misjudged by Kenny. We got a real stiff wind out there. I'm looking at the flag in the end zone, Coach, and he kicked that ball into the wind, which knocked it down a bit. Hopper misjudged it, which he very intelligently moved away from it.
Well, again, all coaches at all levels will tell you, if you're absolutely unsure about the punt, don't do it. But as Kenny gets more seasoned and he should be getting to that point, that's the one you got to come up there and fair catch.
Corbin's offense had no trouble driving down the field prior to the fumble on the last drive. Let's see what happens here. Taylor's going to open up in the shotgun. Backs flanking him to either side. Two right outs to the right. One to the left. That's big Trevor Browning here to the near side. Taylor to throw. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. Mixed up on the pattern there intended for Hopper. Again, right down the middle of the field in that seam. And Hopper never looked up, and Taylor hit him right in the cleats with it.
Yeah, I got to think Kenny ran the wrong route then, because Corey looked him down from the beginning. And he was open early in that seam, but Kenny went on. I think just a miscommunication right there.
How much rust gets in, Burley, over a 2-week period?
I think you do get some rust. I do. The off week's great if you're injured and beat up, but it's tough when you want to work on your timing and some things.
And they didn't play a whole lot in the 63-0 game. Taylor takes the snap. Bubbles it just a little bit. It's going to keep it himself. Starts up the right side. He's got the first down and more, and is going to be hit and knocked down just over the 44 to about the 43 to about the 44-yard line. Good run that time. I thought that ball may have came loose there, but it was actually somebody's shoe, I think.
Yeah, that was a busted play that time. That ball was intended to go to Kopic, and Corey did a great job going ahead and understanding that and not trying to force it in there and picking up the first down.
You know, he's throwing the ball really well, Burley. We've chronicled that all year long. But his running has been key this year. He's picked up a number of first downs with his feet, and that's something I think he's added to his game.
Well, he's a threat. And the biggest reason, David, is his work in the weight room. He's a different looking kid now than he was.
More severe, and Kopic split wide to the right side. Back to the left side, Hopper. He's got one-on-one coverage down here. They're going to hand off straight up the gut. Slipping and falling is Nance. He took the handoff and didn't have a lot of room anyway, but he lost his footing before he ever got to the line. We'll bring up second and about 11.
Yeah, a little read play to Nance, and again, the field not wet yet. We've had a little bit of rain, but the field's still in extremely good condition thanks to our good buddy Jimmy Hendrickson, Coach Garmin's protege, that he keeps this field in tip-top condition, and it's beautiful out there tonight.
It sure looks good. You're exactly right. Second down and 11 for Corbin. Taylor's going to work out of the shotgun. They take the cop, no, they're going to give it to him straight up the gut. He's cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Dove into the pile, got back to about the 45. We'll bring up third and call it a long 9 now for Corbin.
Well, here's what Coach Thompson's teams do, and they do a good job of it. You know, you're not going to get a lot of room up there. They're going to crowd you up in there and try to make you throw the ball over the top or get outside. And the reason I think Corbin should be a favored team and appears they are in the early going is because they have some weapons to get outside now. But they're stingy in the middle of the field.
Brock and Moore wide to the right side. Taylor takes it, fakes it, rolls to his right. He's going to dump it off underneath. Got a man out there. Incomplete. Intended for Moore. Would not have had the first down anyway. Wayne County came on the blitz that time, forced Corey to get rid of that one quicker than he wanted to, and actually I think Burley forced him to throw to the pattern he was not really wanting to throw it to, and a good job by the Wayne County defense that time.
Well, here's what happens, David. When you go with all them wides, a lot of people say we're not blocking and picking up that blitzing back, but what Wayne's doing, they're selling out there. They're sending more than we can block when we're spread like that. Corey took it in the chops a couple of times in that game, and here he's been on his back twice in this one, but we don't have anybody for that person, so it's got to be a quick throw.
Taylor set to kick it away. Garner back at the 25-yard line. Takes the snap. Steps into it. Nice end over and kick. This one going to hit. Takes a Corbin bounce at the 20. Continues to roll inside the 15. Down inside the 10. Still rolling. Down to the 7-yard line. Touchdown there by Brock. And Corbin has got Wayne County backed up deep in their own territory again. 1st and 10 from about the 7 for the Cardinals.
Well, that's the thing about that rugby punt. It's all or nothing. It's end over end, and you always hope it bounces your way, and that particular time it did.
You know what I'd do if I were playing against Corbin in that punt? I'd put 3 guys back. Wouldn't even rush the punter, and I'd put 3 guys back, and I'd line them up about 25 yards off the line, catch that dude in the air. That's about how far it goes in the air, about 25 yards.
Yeah, but it's a tough catch. I think you send somebody off the corner right at him, make him punt it right now.
It could be. That's why you're the coach.
No, that's why I'm up here instead of down there.
Simpson takes it, leaves it off with the fullback up to get some room. He's into the secondary, breaking free. Was number 3, Austin Garner, hit at the line of scrimmage, broke free, and will pick up the Wayne County first down. I saw a flash over there, but I don't know if that was a picture or lightning.
Well, I'll tell you this, there was a little lightning right there, David, because that was right up the gut at us again for another first down.
Oh, I see what I saw right there was picture fights. They're taking homecoming pictures over by the concession stand.
Okay, this is homecoming then.
It is. First down and 10 for Wayne County, working now from about their own 25. Simpson takes the snap, leaves it off there, hit and dropped in the backfield on the blitz. Good play that time by 57 Sima. I think that was number 3 Garner. He's hit and dropped it for a big loss on the play.
Well, homecoming night, I didn't know that, David. Injury report, Corbin going without. Brady Ferris going to have shoulder surgery, been a starter. Unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate. Great kid, been a good player here, and we hate that. Also, Zach Rose still out with a broken arm. We hope he gets back at some time, and I understand the report on Brady is that he won't be back. He's going to have major surgery.
Great kid and a great student, exactly what you want in a student athlete. Here's a pass up the left side intended for Gardner, overthrown. Austin O'Neill on the coverage. Austin running with him stride for stride. Had that ball been thrown where Gardner could have caught it, I think Austin may have had a chance to pick it. Good defense.
Yeah, he's just a little bit off right now, Wayne's quarterback is. But I do see they have the ability to throw it a little bit. I didn't know how well they would throw it. Certainly not like Guthrie last year, but this kid can throw it good enough. They can throw it good enough to hurt you.
I'm going to tell you what Coach Thompson is. He's true to what he believes in. He's got a freshman quarterback back there, and he's not shying away from the game plan. Third down and about 14 for Wayne County. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. We're still tied at 0. Corbin fumbled on the 12-yard line of Wayne County, and no score as of yet. Here's a delayed drop straight up. They got hit and dropped, nowhere to go. That's going to be number 22, the ball carrier. New guy in the lineup, German Ruiz.
Big Josh Hampton, who just came in the game, made that play. 6'3", 340.
Yeah.
Small lad.
I saw Josh at the high school the other day, and he's big out of pads. Hopper standing back at his 50-yard line to await Garner's punt. Snap is a good one. Garner steps into it. This one angled towards the Wayne County sideline is going to hit. Scoots out of bounds at about the Corbin 49. Hopper moves away from it, and Corbin will take over for the third time, Burley. Pretty good field position here, but the Hounds no points to show for it. We're all tied at 0, 3:53 to go in the first quarter.
Well, we had a blitz take us out of a series there. We had to make a bad throw because it got on us too quick. We turned it over once. We've been able to move the football, but we got to come away with some points here. We got to finish these drives. Having good drives, but you got to finish them. Got to put them in the end zone.
Corbin's timing just a bit off right now. Had a couple of throws that we felt like really could have been big gainers. Here's handoff right side. Coppe picks his way into the secondary. He's off to the races all the way down to the 40-yard line. I tell you, he's running very patiently tonight, Coach. He actually had his hand on the lead blocker's rear end, just following him through the lane, and just as soon as the block was made, he cut immediately off of him and made a nice 12-yard gain.
That's a good job by the guys up front, too, because they stayed with their blocks. And the thing about Josh is you never can have a bad block if you'll stay after it, because he does have all that ability to cut back. He's a cutback back is what he is.
And he really breaks a lot of tackles as well, so you don't have to have a knockdown. You don't have to have a pancake. He's going to just get him off balance. Here's Hopper in motion right in front of the quarterback, Taylor. Corey takes a snap, steps up, fires across the middle, picked off. Threw it right into the hands of the Wayne County defensive back, number 2, picking that one off right there. That's going to be Keenan Jones. Again, that was a broken play. Now, they're going to say it was incomplete.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're bringing the ball back on. They're going to say it's short hopped in.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the play. There's definitely some communication. 3 times we've seen communication problems because Harrison Reedy ran a vertical just as hard as he could go, and Corey threw a slant. He threw that as if Harrison was going to break that off.
So you're right. That's 3 times that we've had miscommunication between the quarterback and different receivers.
That could be due to that week off.
Taylor in the gun. Second down and 10. Fumble. Here's a high snap. Ball's on the turf. Wayne County's going to have this one. Corbin's second turnover, and the Hounds are shooting themselves in the foot. This time, though, they do it at the 40-yard line of Wayne County. Much better field position for the Cardinals. And you can see the longer this game goes like this, Coach, the more confidence Wayne County has.
I can tell you this. If we don't finish these drives and start putting this ball in the end zone, or at least coming away with some kind of point, this will be a football game in the fourth quarter. You can really see Wayne starting to gain some confidence.
So a bit of a high snap that time, and Corey had to reach up for it, lost the handle on it, and the ball went squirting forward as it hit him in the foot. And Corbin has turned it over twice here in the first quarter. Lucky to be tied at 0. The defense has been on the field almost the entire quarter. Simpson back to throw, sets up, fires it off underneath. It's going to be caught, just about picked off by Corbin. It's caught by Garner. Gainer down the right side of about 15 yards. I'll tell you what, that was right off the fingertips, I believe. Was that Rasmus or Reedy there, Burley?
Looked like Rasmus. again, just a little quick pattern. What Wayne's trying to do is they're not trying to throw it over the top of us. They're trying to find seams to throw it in. And, when you're 3 deep there, it's some seams. I mean, so look to see the adjustment we make as that goes on.
Corbin a little rattled here. First time Wayne County's been in the Redhound, on the Redhound side of the 50. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Hounds. Simpson takes it, leaves it off second back through. That's going to be Garner hit and stood up the line of scrimmage and then pushed back, gain of maybe a yard or 2 with forward progress. That's Austin Garner.
Great job by Corbin's front 7.
Corbin's defense is going to have to play big if we keep turning it over at Redhound, that's for sure. I saw Harley Lambert get up limping after that play, Burley.
I saw Harley limp on the field a little bit. That's certainly not good news for the Redhounds.
My guess is, knowing Harley, they'd probably have to drag him off the field, but he is not. He's not really mobile right now. 2nd down and 7 for the Cardinals, working from their own. For the Redhound 44, Simpson's going to keep it himself. Starts off the left side, got a little bit of room, turns the corner, breaks free, down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4 will bring up a very manageable 3rd down and about 3.
Good tackle that time by William Reedy. They, one thing about Wayne County, they're running right at Harley. They ran right at him that time, and maybe somebody up here has noticed that Harley's not 100% right now, and they're going to test him a little bit.
5'9", 137, this freshman quarterback. He is showing no... Well, let me change that, Coach. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to... they've changed quarterbacks on me. That's number 17, Lorenzo Lindsay. Simpson started the game. They've got 17 in the game now, Lorenzo Lindsay. He's 6 foot 160. Thought it was a little bigger than 137. Lindsay picks it up, throws it off the left side. Incomplete. Good hit out there by Reed as he knocked down the intended receiver about the same time the football got there. Brings up 4th down and about 4 now for Wayne County.
Yeah, great coverage that time by Harrison Reedy. Wayne County going to punt, 4th and 4. I don't blame them. The way this game's going right now, maybe a score.
Yeah, Lorenzo Lindsay, the quarterback now, Coach. Last couple series there, 17. I thought he looked a little bigger than 137. He's listed at 160, and he's probably closer to 170. Garner's punt is in the air. High, tight spiral. Reedy's going to let it bounce, and it bounced towards the end zone. It's going to be touchdown at about the 1-foot line by Wayne County. Well, that is just a great defensive play there by Wayne County. Reedy caught the fair catch, moved out of the way, let it hit. And on the moist turf, it just hit and stuck.
Mm-hmm. Good play by Wayne County. I'm impressed so far. They're playing the dickens out of it.
So Corbin, again, we mentioned there have been times this year, Bully, they've just not looked in sync. And they're completely out of sync here tonight. We've had 3 miscommunications on passes. We've had
2 turnovers.
2 turnovers, a fumbled snap. 2 fumbled snaps, actually. 1 turned into a nice gainer. Taylor takes it, leaves it off for the second back through. That's going to be Kopic. He's into the secondary. He's off to the races at the right sideline. Stops, comes to complete stop, picks it up again, and then he's going to be all the way out to the 25 before he's wrestled down. Again, running very patiently there, Bully. Almost stopped at the line of scrimmage, then broke free. And a good run by Kopic.
Yeah, he does. He tries to find it in there. He's not a guy that's going to blister it up in the hole. He picks his way, but the good thing about him, what he does well, he can accelerate from almost a standstill, makes him a dangerous back.
You can see, you can tell Kopic if he didn't have a jersey on. He runs differently than anybody on this team. And straight up the gut, lots of room again. This is going to be Kopic once more. He is out over the 35, another gain of about 10. Will be close to a Corbin first down.
He's getting lathered up now.
They're going to say, yeah, move the chains. A bit of a delay there by the official. He wanted to eyeball that one just a bit, so back-to-back first downs on the ground for Corbin and Jake Kopic. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. We're tied at 0. Corbin's turned it over twice here in the quarter. Taylor moves up under center, back set and 9 behind him. Handoff straight up the gut again. This time it's going to be Kopic, lowers his head, bangs it out for 5. I think Coach Haddox may be a little upset.
Yeah.
We're not going to throw it. We're going to run it. Three straight pops up the middle by Kopic for 25 yards. Has got it, or excuse me, for 40 yards. Has got it out to about the 41.
Well, that's what we're doing well right now. We're knocking them off the ball up front. Offensive line playing pretty good, with the exception of not picking up a blitz, but we didn't have anybody for them. I think they played pretty well.
Take it down at 5. Taylor working out of the gun now. They're going to fake it and give it off right side to Nance. He's into the secondary, running very hard out to the 50-yard line. Nance has the first down plus about 5 on the second down and 5 carry. So Corbin biting off big chunks of yardage right now To me, all Corbin's got to do is hold on to the football, Coach, and they're up 14-0.
Well, I start to say, if you're sitting in here and you're having a conversation and you're not paying attention to the scoreboard and just glancing at the game, you'd think Corbin's winning this thing 14-21 to nothing, but instead it's only 0-0 after one.
That's going to bring to a close the first quarter of play. We're all tied at zeros across the board. 1 quarter in the books. It'll be Corbin 1st and 10 from the 50. When we return, stick around. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Back at Campbell Field, we're all tied at zeros. Corbin's got it 1st and 10. They're going to flip sides of the field. Corbin going now from their left to right. We thought we were listening to the game the other night, Coach. I don't know if I've ever said that. Left to right on your dial, right to left. I heard Tom Leach say it last week, and so I thought I'd try to incorporate that. That sounds a little awkward, though. From where we're sitting, they're going left to right, but on the other side, they're going right to left.
That's what I say. It depends on where you're driving to.
It's your perspective. 1st down and 10. Taylor takes the snap, leaves it off with Nancy, sidesteps the tackle in the back, but he's got some room around the corner. He turns it up. He's at the 45, still on his feet. Continues to fight hard. They don't get him down. They do chase him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Another gain of 10. Is there a flag down right in the middle of the field there?
Yeah, it's going to be a hold, I think, on us, Dave.
Well, it was too good to be true. We made it through that whole first quarter without a penalty. And now this is one of these tell these guys, they get paid the same. Just got a note from our buddy Mel Chandler. He's a listener. Anytime he can't be here, he said he's been fighting that Gardner dilemma for a long time. His son's name's Garner. Scott Gardner was on his team. We had that same thing. I had those 2 kids in baseball, and it's really easy to call your own kid by the wrong name sometimes. I've done that myself. Well, that's a big one, Coach. That's going to take Corbin all the way back to the 40. We're looking at longer, 1st and 22? Corey's going to operate out of an empty backfield, and Coach Haddix does not like what he sees, so he's going to spend a timeout. We'll break along with the Redhounds here. 11:38 to go in the half. We're tied at 0. Corbin 1st and 22 when we return. Stay with us. This is Redhound Football on T107. Corbin football, 1st down, and it's a touch over 20, working from inside their 40-yard line here. They got to get it out to the 40 of Wayne County. Holding penalty nullified a nice 10-yard gain by Brian Nance. Taylor sets up, throws a wide receiver screen out. They get it to Kopic. He makes a couple guys miss up the left sideline, lowers his head, chased out of bounds shy of the 50-yard line, stayed on his feet. Gain of probably maybe 7-8 yards will bring up 2nd and, looks like about a gain of about 6, 2nd and about 14.
Yeah, Jake really downhill that time. That thing's made, you're going to either pick up 4 or 40. You're not going to get 12 or 14 on that little slip screen. And that time Wayne County actually, I thought, played it pretty good.
Moore out to the right side. 2 right outs to the left side. That's the short side of the field. It's, I think, Browning and Hopper over there. And up the gut, Kopic trying to get around the corners. It's going to get a nice block out front as he turns the corner. Good job by Moore to the 40, and picking up the 1st down is going to be Kopic. You can credit A.J. Moore that time with a really nice block out there, Burley. He stayed with his block, as you mentioned earlier, and sprung Kopic for the 1st down. But another flag down in the Corbin backfield. As I look up here, probably another hold. Unbelievable.
Blocking the back.
Nah.
Well, here's what I don't understand. That flag's on that side of the field. The run was to this side of the field. Why would you block in the back over there?
Well, I don't know. If they did, it was not a smart play.
It was a bonehead play if they did, because that thing was extremely a right-handed play, and that flag come from over there. And Coach Haddix, I think, is basically saying the same thing over there right now. Either weren't very smart at all, or that wasn't a very good call.
So Corbin's picked up 2 first downs, one on a 1st and 10, one on a 2nd and 20. Or 2nd and 15, rather, and had them both nullified by penalties. So now it's 2nd down and a half a mile. The scoreboard says 30. I think it's a little closer to 35. 11-10 to go. We're in a 0-0 game. Handoff left side. Kopic trying to pick his way. He's into the secondary. Makes the guy miss. He may have a shot to pick this thing up. He's at the 50. Gets a nice block out front. Up the left sideline. Hits the foot race. He needs one more block. Steps through a tackler. He's on his feet. He's going to take this one in. It's going to be a 70-yard touchdown run for Kopic. This time there's no flag. Shaky Lloyd fires the cannon before they get a chance to grab one. Corbin's ahead 6-0.
That was a fantastic run by Jake Kopic, but I'll tell you what else was great. Big Zach Engel got out there and made a key block on that thing, and that was sheer hustle by one of the linemen. And also, when that run finished, You had 7 Corbin players running with Jay Copic. That's just hustle.
And that's Lucas Kennedy wanted to attempt the extra point. Taylor is the holder. Low snap. Taylor does a good job getting it down. The kick's no good. This one hit not the upright. It hit the post holding the goal post up there. The first time Corbin's missed an extra point in quite some time. 6-0 Corbin lead. 10:55 to go here in the first half. We'll take a break, then be right back. Stay with us. Redhound football on T107. Back at Campbell Field, Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. Corbin takes the lead 6-0, but they missed the extra point. That one was not Lucas Cannon's fault. Taylor did a great job, Burley, fielding the snap and getting it down for an even attempt. It was a short hopper back to him, and Corbin missed the first extra point, maybe of the year. No, we missed one early.
I think I remember one early.
Cannon set to kick it off. He puts the foot to this one. It is going to be muffed at the 5-yard line and then rolls into the end zone. That will be a touchback. As number 22, German Ruiz, got a hand on it. I think he misplayed that one just a bit. And Wayne will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Well, that was a good pick-me-up for Corbin right there because Jake, like I say, did a great job running the football down that sideline. Good long 70-yard run, but a lot of great hustle by the Corbin lineman getting out there and leading the way.
10:51 to go here in the first half. Corbin on top 6-0. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. Now they're going to change quarterbacks again, Coach, and they're going to bring in Stetson Simpson back now. First and 10 for the 20 for the Cardinals. Simpson in the pistol. Got 2 backs to behind him. He got moving on the line. Corbin may have jumped. Here come the flags in. Yeah, that was big Josh Eaton, I think, Burley getting a little head start.
Yeah, Josh Hampton and also Harley Lambert got a little early there. Again, boy, we're just not sharp.
Looks like the quarterback changed his cadence on that one, and a good job by Simpson. Well, we're not sharp at all, Coach. That's a handful of penalties, 2 turnovers, and we're still ahead by 6.
In high school, you get used to one quarterback's cadence, and they bring another one in, and you start to anticipate.
Well, that's a good point. That's exactly what happened there. Simpson working out of the gun. They leave it off with the first back 3. Hit and dropped immediately there. His number 3, Austin Garner, may have fallen forward for a yard on the play. 2nd down and 4 for the Cardinals. Wayne County shortened this game very well, Burley. We're already into the 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. They're getting the play calls from the sidelines. We've seen a lot of teams want to play that up-tempo stuff, get the call from the line of scrimmage. Not Wayne County. They're taking their time. They're using almost all of this clock here before they snap the play. Simpson in the gun, fakes it, going to keep it himself around the left side. He's in a bit of trouble. He's going to be hit, wrestled there for a loss of about 2. Well played there by Reedy that time. He was not going for the fake, held his ground, and a great play that time by Andrew Reedy.
Again, Corbin defensively been pretty good tonight. We just we been out there a lot. Defense been on the field a lot. But I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to my mother. Before she goes to bed or starts watching scary shows, it's about that time for her. But appreciate you listening, Mom.
Yeah, we appreciate it too. I got a feeling she'll listen to this one until we get a comfortable lead. Should that happen tonight?
Oh, that's right.
She knows the big games. 3rd down and about 6. Big defensive play for Corbin. Back to pass with Simpson, firing long down the right side. This one into traffic and incomplete. Overthrows the receiver. After good coverage that time by O'Neal. That's a couple of times tonight that O'Neal's been one-on-one. Did a really good job covering the wide receivers.
Well, he's a man cover guy. That's what he does well. He can cover you man. Most high school receivers, obviously, there's some that he can't, but there's some that Deion Sanders can't. But again, he's pretty good cover corner.
Garner set to kick it away again for Gardner. Excuse me, there's my mix-up again for Wayne County. Puts the foot to it, low end over end kick, and this was going to go over the head of Hopper. He misplayed that one. He's looking to pick it up, but he's going to let it roll, and it's going to go all the way inside the 20 down to the 19.
You can tell Kenny needs an afternoon of catching punts, a lot of them, because he's just misjudging them,
Well, that time, when we flipped the field, Wayne County now punting with the wind, and it's a pretty solid wind. It's got the flag standing out on the other end of the field, and that one, I think, even though it was a low kick, was helped by the wind a bit.
That's one you like to see him catch on the run, and he's gone.
I think he had it on his mind. Corbin on top 6-0, 9:19 to go here in the first half of play. Taylor's going to open up with the empty backfield, working out of the shotgun. Wideouts all over the field. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Steps up, fires across the middle. Got the wide receiver screen, hit and dropped immediately. Short gain on the play, maybe 3 or 4. I can't see the receiver. That's A.J. Moore. Getting up off the bottom. Oh, actually, it's a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's a little pick there for A.J. They wanted to try to bring him in there, and what he does, he's the outside guy, the inside guy picks for him, and you hope both of them stay with that receiver, but Wayne did a good job playing that properly.
Moore, Sevier, and Drew Carter to the right side now. Hopper back to the left side by himself. One back to the left flanking Taylor. That's Kopic. Sets up, fires across the middle. Got his man. Hopper with a diving catch out of about the 37-yard line. Good snag that time, and a well-thrown ball that time by Taylor Burley. Threw it where only Hopper had a chance to get it.
Yeah, timing looked a lot better on that one, and both guys ran the same. Corey G-Baby threw the right route, and Kenny ran the right route. We've seen that a little bit of a mix-up here tonight. So
it works better when they're both doing the same play.
Yeah. Sure does.
Corbin on top 6-0, 8:30 to go here in the half. Same set this time. Hopper back to the left. Let's see if he breaks that short one off and goes long. They're going to fake it. And they're going to give it up the middle to Kopic. Actually, good ball handling there. Kopic's picking his way into the secondary. Lots of room for Jake over the 50 into Wayne County territory. But I'll tell you what, he's carrying that football. If I can see the football from here, he's got it out in front of him just a bit. He's already had one punch free. A nice gainer will pick up the Corbin first down to the Wayne 48-yard line.
Yeah, Corbin's got Wayne so spread out with all these receivers and these athletes. You know, if you make one guy miss in there, you're going to get a good gainer, and that's what's going on.
Well, Kopic's got a handful of yards. He has a 170-yard run. He's probably well over 100 yards in the half. We'll get the stats from Josh Van Dorsten here. And here's another penalty against Corbin. Illegal substitution, maybe.
I think so. All the penalties have been ours here in the first half.
Every penalty in this game has been on Corbin. Two big ones, two big holding penalties, and then an offsides on the last series for Wayne, and illegal, 5-yard illegal substitution. So it's 1st and 15 now for Corbin. Ball back on their side of the 50 at about the 46. Taylor takes a snap, little shuffle pass off to Drew Carter, trying to get around the corner. He's got one man, big turns the corner. He's got the afterburners on. He's at the 40, going to be down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Good run by Drew Carter. And I'm going to say this, I'm glad to see him get his hands on the football, brother. That's a dynamic young player. Early in the year, got the ball quite a bit. Hasn't had it much lately, but I'm going to tell you what, he can play.
Oh, he can. And unfortunately, he's playing behind our senior veteran running back. But there'll be good things to come out of him in the future. But what a great design play, David. That was a little shuttle pass underneath there. And we were feeding off what we had been doing to Jake on the run, and then Drew Carter came underneath, and we shuttled it to him.
Everybody except Carter coming to the right, and he made the most of it. Here's a little fake jet sweep. They're going to give it off on the counter to Nance. He's into the secondary. Nance off to the races. He's at the 15. He angles for the pylons. They're going to get in. Touchdown, Corbin. Nance showing some excellent speed, Burley fellas. He came on that counter after the fake to Kopic. Takes it in from 34 yards out. Corbin on top, 12-0.
Hey, he's a little quicker than what you would think a fullback would be. I'm telling you, he was picking them up and setting them down. But again, Corbin with just so many different athletes, David, touching the football, they're a difficult offense to contend with. They really are.
You know, they've been their own worst enemy thus far in this game with a couple penalties and 2 turnovers. But now, offensive line really doing a good job up front as well. Cannonu on to attempt the extra point. Taylor is the holder. This time it's a good snap. Kick on the way. Pounded to the left. Missed that one as well. Wow, this is unusual for Cannonu. Lucas Cannonu misses 2 in a row. 7:22. Corbin on top, 12-0. 7:22, I should say, left in the first half. 12-zip Corbin. We'll just keep it right here during the timeout and talk a little bit about other games going on in Southeastern Kentucky. That's really not a whole lot on the ledger tonight as far as what you would call great matchups. Now, out in the state, one of the better matchups of all time here. St. X and Trinity playing tonight. That's a big one. Bell County is at Casey County. Knox Central at Clay. Anything jump out at you there? Madison Southern and Southwestern.
Hey, I'm anxious to see how that one comes out. Madison Southern at Southwestern. Because last week, Madison Southern, a team Corbin beat 63-0, won by 1 point over South Laurel last week, 54-53.
I didn't expect that game to be quite that close. We'll see. I don't expect the game with Southwestern to be that close either, really. However, when you've got a running back as good as Harris, Damian Harris, you're going to stay in the game. Cannonu puts the foot to it. High end over end kick is going to be fielded by Ruiz back at the 3. Starts up the left side of the field, cuts back to the middle. He's got a head of steam. Into the secondary is going to be hit and slowed down. Finally spins free. Knocked down all the way off the 37-yard line. I didn't catch who that Redhound was that made a touchdown-saving play there. But again, not very good coverage on special teams, but he's one tackle from taking that one to the house.
Yeah, he's just a breakaway, and again, that's my biggest concern about the Corbin football team right now is the kickoff coverage team.
Let me ask you this. Is it possible in high school to outkick your coverage?
You can.
I mean, he's driving that thing down to about the goal line every time. And
you tend to let up because you don't know if he's in the end zone or not. When you let up, then that guy gets that forehead steam and runs right by you.
Good point. New quarterback in the game for Wayne County. That's going to be number 17, Lindsey. He's going to keep it himself up the middle, gain of about 3. Second down and 7 for Wayne. 7:02 to go here in the half. 12-0, Corbin on top.
Big Josh Hampton in on the play then. Now they trade him out for Cody Evans. That's a difference of about 200 pounds. But, again, what they like to do is play Cody in situations where it's longer distance for a first down to get outside or rush the passer, and Josh in the short yardage, obvious run scenarios.
Second down and 7. Lindsey takes the snap, rolls to the right, fires off in the flat side. His man drops. Incomplete. Thought he had it the first time we saw the ball come squirting out of there. Would have been a short gain of only a couple yards anyway. So third down and 7 now on the incomplete pass. Clock stopped. 6:32 to go in the first half. Corbin on top, 12-0.
I don't have the official stats, but I'd be surprised if Corbin don't have 350 yards in offense in this first half.
I'll tell you, Cobb's got 150 probably.
Yeah, I think they're have a good 300 yards offense.
We haven't even mentioned the Kentucky game tomorrow, Coach. We talked about the Vandy game being the biggest one in the last 10 years. It's all a pretty big game as well.
It is. But I still say the Vandy game was bigger.
I would agree. Corbin jumped off sides again. Unbelievable. That one's Harley Lambert. And then he jumped off sides, grabbed it. I don't know that they were going to call that till he grabbed his helmet. It was a very late flag. It did not give Wayne the first down, but it makes it much more manageable. 3rd and 8 turns into about 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. 6.5 to go in the first half of play. Corbin on top, 12-0. We'll have a little bit of a long halftime this evening as it is homecoming night here at Corbin. Hope the rain holds off for all the halftime festivities. Lindsey takes the snap, leaves it off straight up the gut. Garner's got some room. The first down and into Corbin territory down to about the 47-yard line. That good run that time by number 3, Austin Garner.
Wayne's had a little success running between from outside shoulder of the guard to outside shoulder of the guard is where they've been able to move the football tonight.
Nothing. Hounds on top. Wayne County with the football, working from the Corbin 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback Lindsey, then alternating quarterbacks on each side. He's going to keep it himself. Starts off the left side, hit, and nearly drop, but then he spins free for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Well, I tell you, Anderson had him right in his grips. He and Reedy, he spun free of both of them. That's a pretty hard-nosed runner there. Number 17, Lindsey, listed 160 pounds, but he packs a pretty good punch.
Well, I got to tell you, if you're Wayne County and you go in at half down 12-0, you got to feel pretty good about the first half because they've had chances to really fold the tent, but they haven't done that.
Well, and again, Corbin is, and you hate to beat a dead horse, but Corbin's kind of kept them in it. They 2 opportunities to score taken away by turnovers. And one of them was at the 10-yard line. So, and it looked like Coppock was going to take it in and had to punch free from behind. Lindsey changes cadence. Corbin jumps off sides again. Unbelievable. That is Corbin's 6th or 7th penalty in this game. 3 or 4 of those have been offsides penalties from the defensive side. This time, that time, I can't even call a number. There was about 4 of them that came off.
Yeah, our whole line did. Just a hard count got us. Again, mistakes are mistakes, but, boy, that's one you should never make, David. The football's right there in front of you.
Well, that is about as close to a first down as you can get. Second down, and it looks like inches for Wayne County, working now from the Corbin 37-yard line. Hounds on top, 12-0. Wayne would love to take this thing down over the next 3 or 4 minutes and punch it in and go in 12-7 at the half. Lindsey taking the snap again. Is going to leave it off the second back through Garner. He's into a little bit of a hole, hit and slung down, but not before he gains 4 or 5 yards. That's a pretty good gainer on first down for the, or excuse me, now picks up the first down, I should say.
Big Josh Hampton on the stop for Corbin, and thank goodness he did, because had he not, I'm telling you, that might have been a score for Wayne County.
I don't know where our linebackers are at, Coach. We're not getting up in the hole at all.
Well, we both blitzed in, and we blitzed on them outside gaps, and they're running it on the inside.
I mean, they've been having success straight up the gut, that's for sure. First down and 10. Lindsey's going to keep it himself. This time off the right side. He's got another hole in the secondary. Spins free. Corbin getting whipped up front right now. Lindsey refuses to go down all the way to the 21-yard line. Gain this time of about 12.
that brought back bad memories. If you'll remember, Guffey would run that read play a lot. We couldn't handle it. I mean, last year we couldn't handle it.
Yeah. We're having a hard time with the 170-pound Lindsay right now.
Yeah, now I start to say this kid's not Guffey, but he ran that play very well.
He's ran overs a couple times. He ran through a couple tackles back here on the second down and long earlier in this drive. That time he wasn't even hit till it was 7 yards deep in the secondary. Very impressive drive by the Cardinals of Wayne County. 1st and 10 for Wayne County from the Corbin 22. Lindsay offset eyes, going to fake it, gives it the second back through. This is Garner, lowers his head. He's got a little bit of the gain, maybe down to the 19. Pick up a 3 will bring up 2nd and 7.
Dalton Anderson on the stop for the Redhounds.
Well, they didn't give him nearly the spot that I thought they did. They're going to put him down to the 20 coach, so 2nd down and about 9 for the Cardinals. Big defensive stand here for the Hounds.
Temperature's starting to fall a little bit, and the wind picking up, David.
It's going to be really cool tomorrow. The UK game is going to be not cold. By the time they kick off, they're saying about 43 maybe. Lindsay working out of the shotgun again, takes the snap, rolling to his left, looks to throw, sets up, fires it off the left side, incomplete. Tucker Jewell may have gotten a fingertip on that one. That pass intended out there for number 2, Keenan Jones.
They had a guy in a flat over here open, but Tucker did a good job getting off his feet there and getting a finger on it, and just enough to make it not a smooth throw.
I'm going to tell you, I'm glad they threw it. They were running over us there. 3rd down and 8 now for Wayne, undoubtedly in 4-down territory, I would think, here from the Corbin 20. 3:20 to go here in the first half. Corbin on top 12-0. Wayne threatening, though. Lindsay working out of the shotgun, takes a snap. That should have been motion. He backed out of there way too early. Pass incomplete, nearly intercepted through the hands of Garner over there. Then went through the hands of Austin O'Neill on the deflection. 4th down and 8 now for Wayne County.
Good little drive here by Wayne. Even though they didn't get some points, here's what they did. Corbin's offense was starting to click, and they kept the ball out of their offense's hands, and that's probably bigger than anything right now, as they've been able to sustain a drive here.
Yeah, they kept the ball out of Jake Copping's hands.
Yeah, Jake was really starting to lather up and get going.
Well, and even if they don't pick it up here, which is certainly they have the opportunity to do on 4th and 8, they flip the field position. Corbin's going to get it back deep in their own territory with 3 and change left. A little work to do here on the 4th down and 8 for the Corbin defense. Back to throw is Lindsay. He steps up, looks, fires long off the right side. It's up for grabs right at O'Neill. Incomplete again. O'Neill running stride for stride. I don't think he saw the football that time, but he was up in the face of the Wayne County receiver. So worked out well for Corbin.
Yeah, it was an up and out, and I thought they had him open. I really did. I thought he had a chance to make the play, but I don't think the receiver saw the ball either.
The ball kind of ballooned, Burley. This wind is swirling out there, and it's really a very stiff wind. If you look at that flag out there, it looked like the ball just kind of got up in the air, and the wind held it up. At any rate, Corbin takes over on downs. Good stand by the defense. 1st down and 10. I'm glad they quit running it.
Yeah.
They had pretty much marched it down the field on the ground. Corbin with it now. Taylor takes it, fakes it, looks to throw. Is going to be chased out of the pocket, dumps it off on the left side, incomplete. He took a pretty good pop after he let that one go. That was a very dangerous pass there by Corey.
Yeah, that's one that last year he was letting some of those go and making some mistakes, and that was a little bit right there. He should have hung on to that one. That one you got to throw over in the 3rd row of the stands and live for another day.
And I thought when he eluded the first tackler in the pocket that he might just turn it up and run it himself. And when he set up the throw, they kind of closed on him and put the hammer down. 2nd and 10 for Corbin, working from their own 23:04 to go. You really want to pick up a 1st down or 2 so you don't have to punt from down here. Here's a shuffle pass off to Copping. He sidesteps the tackle, then will be tracked down from behind and dropped for a loss on the play of about 3 yards.
Yeah, they got us from the backside. What they do is they're just flipping that thing to Jake and letting him run. They're teaching them linemen to get on that guy till he gets the ball and then release downfield, but the backside caught us then. And that's the thing about zone blocking. You've still got to protect the backside a little bit, and then we're getting caught from over there some.
Well, Wayne County looks at the clock and very wisely takes a timeout. Corbin facing a 3rd down and about 14 here. 2:44 to go in the half. Wayne wanting to get the football back. They'll stop the clock. Corbin working from their own 17. So if the Hounds don't hit a big play right here, Coach, they're going to have to punt that thing away, and Wayne will get it back with a pretty good amount of time on the clock. .244 to go in the half. 12-0. Corbin on top. 3rd and 13 for the Hounds, working from their own 17.
Corbin should be ahead 28-0 in this football game, Dave.
Well, it could be 21 because Kopic was into the end zone on his own until he crumbled. Taylor back to throw. Ifs and buts for Candy and Nuts, right? Here's the pass up the right side. It's going to be intercepted. Throw through that one right into the hands of the Wayne County player at the 25-yard line. The worst thing you could do right there is turn it over deep, and he was running for his life.
Yeah, this is not one of Corey's better games. That's one. Even though you're running right there, you still got to be, you're a senior now. Throw that thing away. Don't be afraid to throw it away. And in defense of him, he loves to make plays. He's a competitor. That's what he's trying to do. But I guarantee you, Coach Addix is telling him now, you throw that thing over there in the crowd and let's punt it and get out of here.
Putting a lot of pressure on this Corbin defense. Wayne County with a full head of steam now. 1st and 10 from the Corbin 24. 2:37 to go. 2 timeouts left for the Cardinals. Stetson leads it straight up the gut to Garner. He runs through a couple tackles inside the 20 down to the 18. They're just hammering Corbin right up the middle. Again, I just don't know where our linebackers are at, Burley. We're not getting any linebacker play at all. They're being tackled by the lineman, Burley, 6-8 yards down the field.
Yeah. It looks like we're just making bad reads in there right now.
Taken down and about 5 as that one, again, 5 yards straight up the gut. Clock continues to run. 2:10 to go. Wayne County picks up the pace just a bit and heads to the line of scrimmage. They continue to change up quarterbacks. Simpson back in there now. Simpson takes it, leaves it with Garner again, trying to get it around the left side. This time he's defended well. Reedy in on the head. He picked up, maybe, I don't think he picked up anything. Actually, started to say half a yard, but he's right. We spotted him right where he went down at 3rd down and 5.
Dalton Anderson also over there.
And I think you're right, but I think our linebackers are doing a lot of blitzing, and they're just guessing the wrong gaps.
Yeah. Which that may be where they're getting sent, too.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. May not be a guess. You're exactly right. 3rd down and 4. Yeah, we're blaming on Coach Greer.
Yeah.
Low snap, fielded by Simpson, starts off to his right. He's got some time, sets up, fires across the middle. Going to be incomplete. Boy, batted away at the last minute by Rasmus. Had his man open. And that's a classic example of the receiver not coming back to meet the ball, because that ball hit him right in the numbers, and Rasmus able to run through his arms and bat the football away.
He makes a half a step there. Rasmus don't even get to him, but he sit and waited and gave Saylor a chance to get there, and thank goodness he did, but he was wide open in the seam of that field.
That was Logan Gardner, the intended receiver, so 4th down and about 4 for Wayne County. Clock stopped at 1:24 to go. Big play here for the Hounds defense. Simpson takes the snap, looks to throw, sets up, fires across the middle. This one deflected, incomplete, as getting ahead on that time was Powers. And he's mad at himself for not making that interception, but I don't think he would have had a shot. That was thrown behind him, but a really good job by Tanner getting his hands up and batting it away.
That would have been a tremendous catch had he been able to come up with that one. He's had his hands on 2 tonight.
I don't know if Megatron would have had that one. Big defensive stand by Corbin again. Hounds lead 12-0. Minute 20 to go. They get it back on downs. I don't know, do you sit on this thing here, Coach, or you try and stretch it out a bit?
I do, but I don't think he will.
When you're on 17, let's see what happens. I tell you what I do like about Coach Hacks. When the player makes a mistake, he tends to go right back to him. Let's see if he gives Taylor another shot right here. Hand off left side. Submarine been dropped. Big loss on the play. Kopic got hammered. Loss of about 3.
This is easy commentary right now, what's going on. Corbin getting whipped up front. We played pretty well up front, and I was giving them a lot of credit for that. But I'll tell you, the last 2 series, we just been getting handled up there.
Wayne County takes another timeout here. There's a minute 8 left to go. They're going to try to force Corbin to have to punt it out of that end zone on a 2nd down and 14.
Wayne's come in here and been I'm telling you, it looks like a solid football team. Really do. Physical. We knew they'd be physical, and they are.
Well, it was 19-0 at Bell County last week, and Coach Greer told me that it was 6-0. Wayne County had it, I believe, in the 3rd quarter on the Bell County one and got held. They had a chance to take the lead deep in the 3rd quarter.
But I'll tell you something.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise that they're coming here. And this is the team that's run up the state last year, Coach. There's a lot of remnants.
They're well coached.
Yeah, they're well coached. Yeah, Coach Thompson does a really good job. And you made a good point. This is the kind of team that we don't match up well with at times. Hand off left side. This is Kopic picks his way into the pile. Hit and drop it. No gain on the play. I think Wayne County may be out of timeouts. Now they're going to have one more left as they'll spend their 3rd timeout. We'll hold on to it right here. A minute exactly to go. 3rd down. So Corbin's going to have to kick this thing away if they don't pick up a big 3rd down and 14 here.
Well, based on the last couple plays, I think you go ahead and dive this thing up in there and hope Jake maybe can break one and punt it away and hopefully go in 12-0 at halftime, come back out and regroup. You get the ball second half, I think that should change the complexion of what you do here, too.
Good point.
Which one thing I do see in Wayne County, I don't think Wayne County's a quick strike type team. You know, I think another score and you get yourself in pretty good shape to go ahead and win the football game. Although, you know, 3 scores obviously can be overcome, but they're not an explosive type team that would be easy for them, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I would have to agree with that. And the elements, the wind playing more of a factor tonight in this game than the rain. We've had a little bit of off and on rain, but the wind is pretty substantial. Taylor at the line, they're going to give it off on the little fake toss, this time on the counter, I should say, to Nance. No running room at all. They faked it on the little jet sweep to Kopic. Nance stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Clock will continue to run, and Corbin will take their time unpiling here, use as much of that clock as they can before they kick it back to the Cardinals.
Well, the important thing here is the snap. You don't want to have a bad snap here. We had one on an extra point down here that's cost us a point, so a lot of pressure on the center, the long snapper right here.
Corbin on top, 12-0, 37 seconds to go. Clock continues to wind down. All on the 13-yard line. Corbin has a timeout. They may let it wind down to a second or two before they get the delay game and then spend one of their timeouts here. It looks like that may be what they're doing. They're not, Coach Haddix has the official over in his ear there. He'll spend the timeout with 20 seconds to go. Now let me ask you something. Does the official tell you how much time is left on the game clock? Because we don't have I call them shot clocks against basketball. There's not a clock in our end zone. Some places have that. So if you ask the official, will they tell you that?
I don't know. I would assume you could go to him and say, hey, listen, I want a timeout right before it gets to 25 seconds. Now, whether or not they do that or not, to be real frank with you, I don't know.
Well, he was right in the official's ear there. And,
I'm sorry. It might depend on how well you know that official.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe if you're home or away, right?
Yeah.
Corbin on top 12-0. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. Beautiful night for football thus far. Had a little rain early. The wind has been a bit aggravating in this game. It's affected the game just a little bit, mainly on the punts. So Corbin's going to have to punt it away here, so hopefully Taylor can field a good snap and get one out of there. Back deep is Garner. He's inching up closer and closer. He's only about 20 yards off the line, and Taylor just booms it right over his head. Takes a nice Corbin bounce. This one's going to be all the way back into Wayne County territory. Taylor hit that one from his goal line. He's going to roll all the way to about the 47-yard line of Wayne County. Just 10 seconds to go, so good job by Corey.
Yeah, really, Corbin just wants to get that thing out there. He's not worried about whether you get a boomer or what have you. You want to give Wayne County 1, maybe 2 plays here, hold them, go in, regroup at halftime.
Does it surprise you the way Wayne played their deep backs that time? They had nobody back there to field it.
Yeah, I would have thought they would have wanted to return.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Garner was back, and then he walked up. He was 20 yards from the line of scrimmage when Taylor hit that punt. That really surprised me. If you're Sailor Razis right here, you're just being sure to keep everything in front of you.
You're a man on an island.
Yes, you are. And the quarterback is Lindsley. He takes the snap, and he's going to throw. Sets up, dumps it off underneath. Wide receiver screens. Got Garner with a little bit of room to roam. He's going to be cut down there by Anderson at the 40-yard line. Clock will be stopped at 4 seconds. There's a flag down, I believe, here, too. There may have been a crackback block there and a little clip on Wayne County. We may have the first Cardinal penalty of the game here. But just about made it through the whole half without a penalty. But they didn't. Holding on the Cardinals.
Holding on Wayne County. That's going to give them one more play and a long way to go.
Well, I think that changes what you do here. You probably take a knee right here and just go ahead and forget. But that's a nice-looking wide receiver screen there, Coach. Little bubble screen to a Gardner. Lindsay takes it, spikes it, stops the clock with 1 second to go. And they went on the clock as soon as they put the football down, and Wayne able to get one more play off here. Corbin leads at 12-0, just 1 second to go. It's going to be Wayne County football. They've got it at their own 46.
A bit of tale of two halves. Corbin with spurts looked like they were just going to run Wayne County out of here. Turned the ball over a couple times, kept them from getting, I know, one score. And then really looked out of sync at times where the timing was bad, miscommunication. But
quarterback draw Lindsley into the secondary. He's got some room. He's at the 40, angles to the sideline. He's going to be trapped over there and finally hit and taken to the turf after a gain of about 12 yards. Good run that time by Lindsley, but he was pretty well herded in over there in front of the Corbin sideline. That will bring to a close the first half of play. Corbin on top 12-0. We'll take a break, then be back to Campbell Field. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Even that score a little bit here. in a couple weeks. Here's a short kickoff that'll be fielded on the run by Kopic at the 30-yard line. Hit and dropped just over the 30 to about the 31. A little bit of a squib kick there, and Kopic did a good job of fielding it. Ran kind of laterally, but then was tracked down at about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Hounds.
Well, Kenny Hopper deep on the kickoff. Wayne County's made it no secret. They're not going to kick the ball to him on punts or kickoffs and give him a chance to run one back.
Corbin still over on the sideline, gathered up around Coach Justin Heck. They normally do that to begin a drive. Then they'll sprint right to the line of scrimmage. They will not huddle. And that's exactly what they're doing here. 12-0 lead for Corbin. Just getting started here in the second half. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. The coach got a little brace on his arm there. Handoff Kopic left tackle's got some room, struggles over the 35 to about the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Gain of a 5 or 6 there for Jake.
Jake having a really nice night tonight. Had some great runs. Had a 70-yarder. Was very acrobatic and made some good cuts. And Jake's a nice player. He really is.
I did not get his individual stats up half. That was my fault. I meant to look and see how many yards he had. I know he had at least 70. Here's Kopic again. This time right tackle. He's into the secondary. Flipped as he is. Has his legs cut out from under him for the second time tonight, all the way up to the 44-yard line. Boy, that just looks dangerous.
That looks like it hurts.
I mean, they put that headgear right on your shins. It's got to hurt. It will be enough for the Corbin first down. Corbin leaning much more heavily on the run tonight than I've seen them in any game this year.
Well, I think a little bit that's due to their timing's off just a little bit.
Taylor in the shotgun, the offset eye to his right. They're going to give it off this time to Kopic. Again, this nowhere to go on this particular run. Hit and smacked right at the line of scrimmage.
That's why Wayne can't steal in a football game. That was just physical football play right there.
Well, they have got some fire plugs on that line. I'm looking across their line. They probably don't have a kid on there that's 6 foot. Maybe the end on this side is 6 feet tall. They've got some fire plugs in the middle of that line, and they have done a really good job keeping this game under control somewhat. 2nd down and 11 for Corbin. Taylor's going to work out of the shotgun. One back to his right, or his left rather. Taylor sets up. Short pass off the left sideline. He's got Hopper out there, then dropped. They were closing on Kenny pretty quickly there, and that one hit him right in the numbers. Would have been a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. But
yeah, Kenny should have caught that one. Corey stuck that one on him.
I think at that time Kenny may have heard the footsteps coming. They were closing on him pretty quickly. So 3rd and long now for Corbin. Hounds, if they can't convert this 3rd and 11.
What we haven't seen tonight is we haven't seen Harrison Reedy touch the ball. You know, last week we saw some big plays out of Harrison, but he hasn't had it in his hands tonight.
Now, he split wide to the right side this time. Severe also out there with him. To give to Kopic on the jet sweep on 3rd down and 11. He's hit and hammered. Nowhere to go. Loss of about 3 on the play. And Corbin's going to kick it away here on the 4th down and about 12.
Well, the scenario, I said it at halftime, David, is Wayne gets a stop right here. I think they regain momentum. I really do. I think they have the momentum of the football game right now.
Corbin on top 12-0. Wayne's going to get it back. Gardner back deep at about the 25-yard line. Taylor will hit this punt from his 30. Taylor fields it, steps into it, and fires this one right into the wind. The wind just knocks it down. It hits and takes a Wayne County bounce at the 35-yard line with the touchdown about the 34. Pretty good field position for the Cardinals, trailing 12-0 here from Campbell Field. Wind starting to really pick up.
Yeah, Wayne's crowd's making a little noise now. They feel pretty good about themselves, and they should.
And 1-5 on the year, this would make their season.
No.
This would cure a lot of ills.
I don't think that wasn't the pregame speech either.
Yeah, this would make you feel a little better about yourself. But Corbin on top 12-0. Simpson in at quarterback. Gives it straight up the gut to Garner, and he is hit and wrestled down to the 37-yard line, gain of about 3. You know, they've continued to have success running right up the middle, Coach. And again, that's not a great play, but 3-4 yards on first down is not too shabby either.
No, not based on their game plan, David. That's what they want to do. They want to shorten the clock, and again, it's playing right into their hands. If they'll make some mistakes and we can shorten the game and punch a score in here, who knows what might happen.
And that's a gain of 4. Ends up 2nd and 6 for Wayne. 9:08 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Corbin on top 12-0. Simpson working out of the shotgun, takes it, looks to throw. Got some time, fires off the left side. It's going to be caught short of the first down, a gain of about 3.
That's the smallest guy on the field right there. Just made that catch.
Grant Shoemaker, 5'5", 120.
Yeah, he ran a great route.
He's a courageous little guy, let me tell you. 5'5", 120. And I'm going to tell you what. If I was working in Nibrock and I was doing the weight guessing, I'd have had him about 105.
Maybe.
The little guy, but he's a very hard-nosed kid. Good catch for Grant. Here's a fumbled snap. Ball's on the turf. It's going to be fielded back there by Lindsey, and he'll go onto the ground and cover it, and that will thwart any attempt at Wayne picking up the first down, and Cardinals have to kick it away.
One of the few mistakes they've made tonight. I mean, they've had a sprinkling of them, but not many.
And that was a good snap, too. That one hit him right in the middle.
Yeah, he started to move before he had it.
Hopper back deep, standing at the 25-yard line. Garner set to kick it away, steps into it. This one is going to be off the right side of the foot, and a short one. It's going to hit and take a nice bounce. Hopper needs to pick it up. He's going to let it roll, though. Continues to roll down to about the 25-yard line. Kenny could have fielded that one and saved us about 15 yards.
Yeah, I thought he might grab that one and head out.
But again, you've mentioned it many times. If you're not sure,
just don't do it.
Yeah, the better thing, you'd rather have it on the 25 than turn that thing over.
Well, what happens, though, coaches, they usually find people they'll put back there pretty sure of themselves. I've seen guys in the past just going, don't. They try to field it every time.
I can remember when Wes Welker used to return punts in the pros before he got to be a big wide receiver star. That cat would catch it with him. I mean, they're climbing in his face mask, and he'd still try to catch it. Taylor's going to keep this one himself. Starts off the left side. This play will be blown down before it ever starts. It's illegal procedure on Corbin. Another penalty on the Redhounds. First and 15 is tough to get out of in high school football.
Just not sharp, Dave. Just not sharp.
We have got, I think Wayne County had a penalty on them with 4 seconds to go in the first half, and that's been it on the Cardinals.
I think so.
That is probably 8, I think, on, if my count is correct, that's 8 on Corbin tonight.
And all of them been legitimate penalties.
Oh, yeah, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm not sure about the one block in the back that was 30 yards away from the play. I didn't see that one, but you'd have to believe that the official saw it or they would have called it. First and 15 from the 20 for Corbin. Taylor directing traffic. Takes the snap, sets up the throw, fires across the middle. He's got Brock on the catch, the big tight end. Makes a couple guys miss all the way out to the 38-yard line. Good run that time by Brock. And a great catch. That ball had some smoke on it, Coach. Yeah. He went up and grabbed it in the traffic.
Yeah, that time Corey was very poised. He sat in there and just pinned that one on Brock's shoulder pads. He had to catch that one.
I like 25. That kid can play. We say it every time he only gets a few plays a game. But he really looks like he knows what's going on when he gets it in his hands.
They seem like they come at key times.
First and 10 for Corbin from their own 38. Taylor takes the snap. He looks to throw. Sets up, fires on down the left side. He's got Hopper wide open. Hopper makes the catch. Knocked down at the 20-yard line. Well, that's a great catch that time by Hopper. He held his route up just enough to make a snag. And Corbin's in business. First and 10 at the Wayne 20.
Yeah, they had him man coverage out there. And Corey just had a little bit more on that one. But now, he threw that one dead into the wind.
Yeah, you look at that. The flag standing straight out there, Coach, and he threw it right into the teeth of that wind. But a good toss that time by Taylor. Corey looks to throw again, rolling to his right. Chased out of the pocket, sets up, fires in. He's got a man after that. That's Brock wide open. Oh, through his hands, incomplete. Boy, we just bragged on Brock a minute ago, and that one hit him right in the midst. A great throw by Taylor. Yeah, in Brock's defense, he kind of got turned around a little bit and tried to catch it like a over his shoulder kind of a catch.
And you don't know how much that wind's moving the ball out there. That's why I think you're seeing Corey throw the ball a little firmer this half, and I think that's probably what Coach Haddix is made that adjustment at halftime. Said, you got to throw it through this wind.
The wind is certainly playing havoc with the long passing game. That would have been a touchdown to Hopper a moment ago had the wind not been blowing, I believe. The second 10 for Corbin. They leave it off with the second back through. That's Nance. He's into the secondary, lowers his head, and again, another good gain for Brian Nance. He's all the way down to the 10. He's going to pick up a first down. Hams will have it first and goal, I believe. The ball resting right. Well, no, it's going to be first and goal from about the 10.5-yard line. So they can get a first down, I believe, just shy of the goal line.
Corbin's offense looks very good on this particular drive.
How good is Brian Nance, brother?
He's a nice high school football player, he is, David. He really is.
And he does benefit from running beside Copping. But I'm going to tell you what, that kid runs hard. I like the way he plays, and we've got another penalty on Corbin here.
Well, I've seen it for years.
No, I take that back. That's going to go against Wayne.
I've seen it for years here, David. Even, in past offenses, the fullback's kind of a guard in the backfield, and you go the whole game and he only gets 3 carries, and you don't account for him, and then there he is. But the difference in Brian Nance and a lot of the fullbacks we've had, he has some speed. He really does.
Yeah, he runs really hard. I like this young man. The 5-yard penalty against Wayne's going to take it down to about the 5.5-yard line. So first and goal there for Corbin, trying to extend this 12-0 lead. Taylor working out of the gun, fakes it's going to give it off on the end around. This is Kopic. He's got an alleyway, turns the corner, dives for the pylon, will not get there. Going to be knocked down at about the 2-yard line. A really good job by Wayne County stringing that thing out. That's Gardner who got a hand on Kopic and pushed him out of bounds at about the 2.5, maybe the 3.
Yeah, we got some backside pressure, got us in, big angle, and actually Kenny Hopper had good blocks. They had sealed on the outside there, but it looked like somebody come up and underneath and from the backside and got us.
Second down and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. Nance is going to check out. I kind of thought they might run that fake to Kopic and counter back to Nance again from here, but he's out of the game. Kopic's in the backfield with Taylor flanking him to his right. 2 wide outs to the left, Hopper to the right. Tied into the left side. They give it to Kopic trying to sweep the left side. He turns the corner, angles for the end zone, dives, touchdown, Corbin Hounds into the end zone. There goes the cannon. 18-0 Corbin on top. 6:26 to go in the third.
Yeah, that's just good hard running by Jake right there. Did a good job up front knocking them off the football. That time Jake got them pads down. He's been picking his way here a little bit, and he has the quickness and the agility to do that. But down there, that's just good football there. He got those pads down below his knees and got into the end zone.
He's got to be over 150 yards rushing tonight already.
Oh, I think so. This could be a 200-yard night for him.
Enough of this kicking extra points. This win is College Abbott. Corbin going to go for 2. Taylor's going to work out of the gun. Nance to his right in the offset eye. In front of that eye is Drew Carter. Taylor takes a snap, sets up, jump pass across the middle. Got Brock, makes the catch in traffic. Good play. Brock with the 2-point conversion. A good toss by Taylor. Faked the run, though. He took a couple steps towards the line of scrimmage, then jumped up and found Brock right in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Corey actually made that play because obviously everybody's watching Jake right now with the kind of game he's having, but Corey stepped up in there like it was going to be a quarterback draw, and when the safety left Brock, he just kind of shoved it out there to him. Good play, but good catch by Brock because he took a hit there, but really Corey Taylor's the one that made that play. Just, beautiful execution.
Well, it fooled me. I thought he was going to try to run it in. Because he took a couple hard steps and actually tucked the ball, then just pulled it up and flipped it, more of a jump shot kind of a pass, but good enough to extend Corbin's lead to 20-0. Still 6:26 to go in the third. Obviously, we're just going to keep it here. The good news tonight about the weather, it's gotten a little bit colder and the wind has continued to blow, but they were calling for some potential thunderstorms.
Not at this point.
But I think it got too cold to thunderstorm now. This weather's played havoc with our golf game tomorrow, that's for sure. Canadu set to kick it away. Steps into it, booms it right into the wind. It's going to be a short one this time. Only going to carry the 3. Fumble down near the goal line. Picked up back there by Ruiz. He starts out of there with it. He's at the 10, 15, breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet, runs over a player at the 25, all the way up to the 32-yard line. German Ruiz, great run back that time, Burley. I tell you, he looked like he was in some real trouble. Fumbled it. It rolled all the way down to the goal line. He just picked it up and ran it back about 33 yards.
Well, again, I don't want to pick on any one particular part of our weapons or what we're trying to do, but our kickoff coverage at times is suspect.
He was one tackle from breaking that one, and we had him hemmed in down at the 1-yard line, it looked like. Back to throw is Simpson, sets up, fires off the right side, got a man right across the middle. Catch made out to the 45-yard line. That will be enough for a Wayne County first down. That's going to be Logan Gardner on the receiving end of that Simpson pass, gain of 15. I think if you're Corbin, you don't really play the scoreboard right now. I don't think you can afford to back off these guys and let them just dink and dunk it down the field because we're only halfway through the third quarter.
Right. I think you got to come get them and just play defense.
It looked like we were giving him a pretty good cushion that time. Simpson in the shotgun. Backs on either side. They leave it off for the second back there. That's Garner trying to get around the left corner. He's going to be hit and dropped after again. About 4 flags come down as well. This one potentially Wayne County's second penalty of the night. Thrown where you would expect to see a hold. It's going to nullify about a 5-yard run that time by Austin Garner. Yeah, that will be a hold. And we know the feeling, guys. We had about 3 of those in the first half. We had 2 on one series.
We did. That's the one Jake broke the 70-yard run on.
He was. Yeah, we picked up a 1st and 20, then picked up a 2nd and 15, and They moved us back both times.
Well, 20-0, and I tell you what, I feel good about it because Wayne County, I'm telling you, they come in here and physically have laid it on the line. I'm impressed by that.
First and about, the board says 15. It's actually closer to 20. I'm going to say first and 20 for Wayne County here. Spot a foul penalty. 5:25 to go in the third quarter, now top 20-0. Little dump off of the left side intended for number 7. That is Michael Lawson. Off his fingertips, incomplete. That will stop the clock. 5:21 to go in the third. Take it down to about 20 now for Wayne.
Kid throws it okay. You know, I guess coming into this thing, I inquired about their passing game. They said not so much. I don't know if I buy that. I think he throws it okay.
Just a freshman, Burley. By the time he's a senior, he'll be a handful.
I think he throws it okay.
One thing I'm pretty sure Coach Thompson can coach quarterbacks. So he's had some good ones. Simpson takes the snap, rolls to his left. The right-handed quarterback sets up, fires off the left side, incomplete. That one's a pretty good throw as well, off the hands of Grant Shoemaker. Incomplete. It would have been a great catch, but he was able to get a couple hands on it. That will bring up 3rd and 20 now for Wayne County.
What year is Shoemaker in?
Let's see. I've got it right in front of me. Shoemaker is 5'5", 120. Well, I said I did.
Sophomore.
If I read it correctly.
He runs good routes, I can tell you that. I watched his route running right there, and he ran a really nice route.
He's a football player, isn't he?
He is.
I mean, he's a kid who can play the game. Third down now, about 20 for the Cardinals. Corbin will be pinning their ears back here, getting after Simpson. Here comes the blitz. He's going to be picked off. Picked off by Reed at the 50. He starts off the left side. He's got some room. He's at the 40. Will be chased out of bounds and knocked down at about the 35 of Wayne County. The blitz came up that left side. It was Cody Evans, Burley, who got through. He was not the blitzer, but he's the one that got through and put the hit on the quarterback. And Harrison Reedy, to pick up the interception.
Yeah, he actually caused the interception. Harrison's actually the guy that caught it, but he made it so high because, again, they had Shoemaker open right there. It got above his head because of the pressure.
The Corbin came with the blitz off that left side. I don't know who it was, and the back picked up the blitzer, and Cody Evans beat his man and put a pretty good lick on the quarterback. And Corbin, is that the first Wayne turnover of the game?
I think so.
Corbin first down and 10 now at the 36-yard line, leading 20-0. 5 minutes to go in the third. Taylor working out of the gun, 3 wide outs to the right. Taylor sets up, fires off the left flats, got a man out there. That's Browning, juggles it, catches it. He's running the wrong way. Now he gets headed the right way up to the 35-yard line. Managed to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but he got a little sideways there.
Yeah, if he could have caught that thing clean, he had some room. That was a good pass by Corey. He threw that ball laterally here a pretty good distance, but again, Browning never could just get it under wraps.
He looks good in the uniform, doesn't he?
He's one of those guys at key times. He's going to make some plays for you. I'm so happy he's out.
I remember a first down catch he made in the Southwestern game, but that was a big part of that game. Take it down and 9. They're going to give Corbin a yard on that play, so near side of the field. Taylor's going to keep himself off the left side. He's got the first down and more. Runs over a couple guys as he gets it down to the 25-yard line. They mark him just a bit shy. But they're going to give him a good spot. First down, Corbin. They'll move the chains.
Without question, he's improved his game, Davis, throwing the football. He's throwing people open now. But I tell you this, he's got himself where he's a threat to run the football. If he has to run with it, he can.
He delivered the lick that time, Burley. And what I like, he wrapped the football up as well. And you could tell that he was going to secure the ball first. First and 10 for Corbin from the 25 of Wayne County. Corbin leads 20-0. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third. Taylor back to throw, sets up, fires off the left flats, got a man out there, underthrown a bit, incomplete. The pass intended out there for Moore. 3:52 to go in the third. Well, the rain has held off, and that has certainly been good for this game because both teams are throwing it at will.
Feels like the wind's died down a little bit. If at kickoff, if you would have told me that we would have had this much time under, pretty decent weather, I'd have lost a lot of money.
Yeah, I would have too. Taylor looks to throw again. This time wide receiver screen. They get it out to Kopic, right through his hands, incomplete. Had a little room to run out there, but pretty well played by Wayne County. And that's just a lapse in concentration there by Jake. That one hit him right in the numbers.
Well, that's one thing that they do very well, David, is they give their athletes opportunities and space to do something with football.
The Before he got that one out there real quickly, and of course that is such a timing route that if any kind of a bobble or a juggle, you're going to lose yardage on it.
That's a good point. You almost have to be perfect with it.
Third down and 10 for Corbin, probably in 4-down territory. Taylor's rolling to his right, throws it out. He's got a man after. It's going to be caught by Moore. Took it away from the defensive back. Touchdown, Corbin. Boy, he was well defended at the number 14 for Wayne County. Drew Perkins was right up in his grill.
He had the ball.
And he had the ball. Moore just reached up there and jerked it away from him. Takes it in for the touchdown. And Corbin on the board again, 26-0. Corbin on top.
Yeah, we got away with one right there. It was a good play by A.J. Moore. He just took that thing away from the Wayne County secondary person and again, made a spectacular play.
Well, Perkins played it perfectly. I anticipated that was going to be picked, Coach, and I just about said it. Canada on to attempt the extra point. Let's see if he can get one tonight. This kick is on the way, really high, and is good. So Canada pounds this one through, 27-0. Corbin on top, 3:42 to go here in the third. We'll take a break, then be back to Campbell Field. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Back at Campbell Field, Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. Cannoneers got it teed up on the 40. Corbin on top, 27-0. Been all Corbin here in the second half. 12-0 at the break. And was really struggling the first half. Garner's going to field this one at the 5. Drops it, picks it up, starts up the center of the field. Angles off to the right side. Got a gap. He's at the 35, 40. One man to beat the kicker. Can Cannonoo catch him? Does not. Up the right side goes Garner. Still on his feet. He's at the 20. Going to be hit and drugged down all the way down at the 14-yard line. Wow. I want to tell you, it has been an Achilles heel for Corbin all year long, the kickoff coverage, and that time what looked like it was going to be bad news for Wayne County Bowler. They fumbled the football way back at the 5-yard line, pick it up. Ruiz just about broke the one right before this.
Maybe I'm seeing this the wrong way, David. I really think that's a problem for us. It just seems like that we break down in our kickoff coverage.
And, maybe it's not been as easy to see because we've had a bunch of touchbacks this year.
True.
They've not been able to run a bunch of those back, but the ones they've had opportunity to run back, they've gotten great yardage on. But Wayne County threatening to get on the board here. Under center is Lindsay. Hands it off the left side to Garner, the guy that just ran the kickoff almost back himself. No rest for him. Gets it down near the goal line. Will be hit and stuck down at the 1. Good run that time by Dalton Garner. There's a flag down.
Wow.
Yeah, it will be a hold against Wayne County. I just saw the flag over there laying at about the 5-yard line, so that's going to be a 10-yarder that will push the Cardinals back to about the 15.
What a break. That's a tough break because, first of all, good kickoff run by that guy. And then second of all, he comes right back after the kickoff and gets it and nearly scores and gets a hold on the play.
What about giving it that guy who just ran 90 yards?
I know.
That's pretty cool.
Well, philosophy if I've been there, hey, buddy, you're still hot. Let's go.
You're good and live it up, yeah. This penalty will push it out to about the 16-yard line. So tough break for Wayne County. 27-0, Corbin on top. 3:17 to go in the third. We had a couple of those in the first half, so we kind of know how they feel. Lindsley in at quarterback now for Wayne. They switch back and forth. He and Simpson hand off straight up the gut. This is going to be Austin Garner. Gain of about 3, maybe 4, straight up the middle. We'll get it down to about the 14-yard line.
Good defense in the middle of the line that time for the Redhounds, led by Dalton Anderson.
Second down and about 14 here for Wayne County. Second and goal, I should say, from the 14. Back to throw is Lindsay. Fire across the middle. His pass is going to be caught into the end zone, I believe. Touchdown, Wayne County. Logan Gardner on the slant. Beat Austin O'Neill that time, I believe. Just stepped out in front of him. Austin had it played. There's a little bumping there, and Garner's about 6 inches taller. Stepped right in front, made the catch, and takes it into the end zone.
Yeah, we just misplayed it.
Tell you what, that ball was thrown well by Lindsay. He's not supposed to be the thrower of the two. He's supposed to be the runner, I believe, of the two quarterbacks. He fired that one in there pretty good. Extra point attempt is on the way. Straight on kicker for Wayne County. That is number 22, Ruiz. Pounds it through, and Wayne County on the board. 27-7. Wayne County cuts Corbin's lead back down to 20. We'll take a timeout, then be back. Stick around. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. 2:20 to go in the third. Just when you think you can breathe easy, Coach, Wayne County nearly returns a kickoff for the touchdown. Get backed up on a holding penalty. Think Corbin may have gotten a reprieve. Then the touchdown pass gets the Cardinals on the board.
Great job of number 9 for Corbin. Wayne tries to onside it, and Caleb Parker got down on that thing. I don't know about that, Wayne.
Yeah, I was kind of looking away, actually trying to see if I had your microphone up because I didn't hear anything and missed the play, but it was an onside attempt by Wayne, and Corbin's going to recover to good field position. I have to agree with you. I mean, if it works, you look like a genius. That's one of those things, feast or famine. You're either going to give them great field position or you're going to pull off the play of the game.
Well, the thing about it, I think, Corbin was looking for it.
Well, here's the thing. You're down 20, really what you got to lose.
But again, the philosophy may be there. Corbin's offense has got hot now. We don't think we can stop them.
Taylor back to throw. Looks, sets up, fires long down the right side. He's got more out there. More stumbles a bit, and it's going to be incomplete. That one overthrown just a little bit. Looked like A.J. may have lost his footing at the 30-yard line, but a pretty good thrown ball that time by Taylor.
Yeah, I think if A.J. stays in stride there, he's got a shot at that thing. But he got kind of just bundled up there a little bit and was had to regroup, regather himself, and by that time the ball was already sailing over his head.
I think A.J. just now getting back into full strength.
Yeah.
He had that shoulder injury early. Browning will check in for Moore. Left side's Hopper, right side Browning. Corbin going for the big strike on 1st and 10. Bringing a second and long now. They hand it off to Kopic. He side sets a tackle at the line of scrimmage and hammered to the turf. Knocked down there at the line of scrimmage by number 31, Clay Shelton.
Not much up front for us then. We didn't do a very good job up front, Dave.
I don't know what the play break is. If we were working for ESPN, they would be able to tell us. But I'm going to say the last 15 plays, Corbin's thrown it 11.
Yeah, they've been
12.
They've come out here firing on it now.
Yeah. So we're going to have to throw it here probably. 3rd down and 10, working from their own 49. Hopper to this side. Trips on the other side, lined up in a straight line. Like the throw, they got Hopper across the middle. He's bumped. That should be interference. No, there it is. There it is. Hopper had position, and Keenan Jones rammed into him, and they kept him from getting the football.
Wayne County upset because they felt like the official here didn't make the call, and the official in the back did. Coach Thompson real close to getting another one.
Well,
I'm not so sure I don't agree with him. I thought it was interference, but I felt like it was this guy's call.
Yeah, and there you get to the point of, did you get the call right or did the right guy make the call?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they got the call right, but the right guy didn't make the call.
That's right. That's exactly well put.
But
I would have had to sit and thought about that and wrote that down before I could have said it.
Well, let me tell you something. He's still hot.
Yeah, he's steaming. He's steaming.
What's funny about those things is I've caught a few games, and you can't hear 90% of what they say out there. But this guy on the end who didn't make the call is getting the brunt of that. 1st down and 10 for Corbin from the 35. Taylor chased out of the pocket. He's going to be hit, breaks the tackle, still on his feet. He's going to turn the corner, keeps it himself. He's at 30, lowers his head. 25. He's going to be hit and drug out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. That's going to be enough for the first down. So Corey Taylor turned what was nearly a 10-yard loss into about an 11-yard gain when we'll give Corbin a fresh set of downs.
See, that was great poise by Corey right there because he didn't have anybody. Rather try to force something, he took that thing down and ran with it. And he can do that. He's a strong runner.
I mean, he took the hit on it, and he didn't run out of bounds either, Coach. He got the last 4 or 5 yards after contact.
He's plenty tough enough. Comes out a good stop.
1st down and 10 for Corbin from the 23. Hounds lead at 27-7, trying to answer the Wayne County touchdown on their last possession. Taylor takes a snap, leaves it off on the counter with Nancy. He's got a gaping hole off left tackle. He's going to pick up about 8 before he's drugged down from behind. Every time they bring, they'll set Kopic to one side or the other. They'll bring him in front of the quarterback and then run opposite him. There's been a big hole.
Right, well, probably what they're seeing upstairs is Wayne slanting their defense to Kopic to try to help stop Jake. And when they do that, then they're giving it Nance right back the other way where he's coming from. And there seems to be a lot of room doing that.
So they kind of flow that way when Jake heads left to right. We've got 3 wide outs in single file to the left side. Hopper to the right side. Last time they tried to run the slant out of it. Now they send Kopic in motion. And he'll reverse back to the other side of the field. This time Nance again straight up the gut. He's going to have the first down and a couple yards more down near the 11-yard line. Needed to make the 13. A good run again by Nance.
That offensive line knocking them off in there. Number 50, Zach Moore, Jacob Lovett, Big Zach Engel, Alec Gamble also in there, and number 77, Dalton Eaton. He's went the whole year at tackle. Again, Corbin going without injured center Brady Ferris. Going to have shoulder surgery. Brady's been a starter for 2 years now. And we wish Brady the best. What a fantastic young man.
Yeah, great kid. He's an outstanding student as well. That's going to bring to a close the third quarter of play. Corbin leads at 27-7. The first and 10 for Corbin from about the 12-yard line. When we return, we'll be right back. Stick around. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Corbin on top, 27-7. Just getting ready to start the fourth quarter play. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors tonight. Thank our in-game sponsor, Froyo Frozen Yogurt, for the Justin Haddock show to begin the ball game. A deal going to Froyo now, Coach. If you go up there and you tell them the final score of the game anytime tomorrow, all day on Saturday, you get 25% off of your entire bill. So thank all those folks up at Froyo. And I'd like to remind everybody to stick around for our player of the game. That's sponsored by Minuteman Press. Quick pitch left side. They're trying to get it to Reedy. He's got a blocker out front. Turns the corner at the 10. Is going to be wrestled down right there. Short gain or gain for about 7 on the flash, I should say.
A lot of different kids can hurt you for Corbin. I don't know how many different athletes have touched the football tonight. But there's another one. Harrison Reedy.
Yeah, that's a gain of 7. That's a gain of about 3. I thought I got my lines mixed up there. When I looked up at the scoreboard, what I try to do is I try to figure out what line they end up on, then I subtract it real quickly from what's on the board. But when they're wrong on the board, now that throws my subtraction off. Gain of 3, not 7. That's my fault. Second down here and about 7 to go. Handoff Kopic right side. He slips a couple times the line of scrimmage and dives for the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown Corbin. Kopic slides in the end zone. Did not think he was going to get there. He kind of went airborne from about the 2-yard line and floated into the end zone. Sounds on top now 33-7.
Jake Slippery. Now, I'm telling you, the best way to describe him, I think, is slippery.
A little problem with the scoreboard there, Coach.
It must have a little problem with our cannon, too.
I believe Shakey's out of loads.
He must be out of
Slick must not have sent enough with him tonight. I'm looking at it. They already had the cannon loaded up. I believe they already got it back in his truck, don't they?
Yep.
He may have another war to fight tonight.
May have reenactment.
They may be reenacting up on 7th Street Hill tonight.
Yeah.
If I was Shaky, I'd roll that thing up to my buddy Ricky Lynch's house about 12.
Fired off.
Cut him loose. Shaky hadn't thought about it, he probably would have already done it.
I'm glad we didn't have one of them when I was young.
I'm glad you didn't have one of those.
Well, you'd have been with me.
Yeah, I know. That's true. That's what I'm saying. I'd have been in trouble, too. That's why I'm glad you didn't have one. They're going to have to, they get the clock straight out. 33-7, 11-12 to go in the ball game. Cannonu on to attempt the extra point. This is Lucas, the right-footed Cannonu. Snaps a good one. Cannonu steps into it and hits a knuckleball right through. That ball did not move a bit.
No, it didn't.
Phil Necro would have been proud of that one. 34-7, Corbin on top. We'll just hang on to it right here during the break. Talk a little bit about our second favorite subject this time of the year, Coach, and that's Kentucky football. Big game tomorrow for the Wildcats. 7:30 kick. Well, I think coverage starts about 6:30 on T107. But you're going up for the game tomorrow. What do you expect?
I expect a hard-fought game. I don't know if we're at that point where we can defeat South Carolina. We have defeated them. Joker defeated them when he was there, Joker's team. Again, South Carolina a heavy favorite this year to be in the contention to win the SEC East potentially, and not played very well. But I'll tell you this. Each week I see improvement in the University of Kentucky, and they're jacked in Lexington. Kersey's Cats coming in tonight for a celebration there. A couple guys from Corbin part of that, being 3 guys actually, Ben Hoover, Bill Hoover, and Bruce Carpenter up for that celebration. Coach Kersey had a lot of success there. The blackout tomorrow night, they're expecting a sellout, so should be a fun night in Lexington.
I'll certainly have it tuned in. As long as my cable doesn't go out, I'll watch every play. This one is through Ruiz's hands at the goal line into the end zone, and the first touchback of the night for Corbin. And I think that was maybe something I hadn't thought of until we talked about it a few minutes ago. Our lack of kickoff coverage on the year has been kind of masked maybe by the fact that we've had a bunch of touchbacks. You know, we probably had 10 touchbacks this year on balls that they didn't get to return.
Yeah, I don't think it's time to draw criticism or panic about it, but it's definitely time to take a look at it. I mean, it's a sore subject right now, I think, in the overall scheme of what Corbin's trying to do.
I got to tell you, I hadn't even thought about it till you said it, and it seems like since you said it, here's a run off the right side by Lindsley, cut down at the line of scrimmage. A good tackle there by 33 for Corbin. That's
Shane Miller.
Yeah, new guy in the game. Shane made a nice tackle. But I hadn't really noticed that you mentioned it. It seemed like since you mentioned they've almost taken every one of them back.
Well, you know, early in the year we lost one to Pulaski that way, and again had a couple of others almost ran back. And almost is a good thing, though, if you are covering the kick.
Yeah, almost is better than ran back. You're right. Second down and 10 for Wayne County. Back to throw as Lindsay dumps it off on the left side. He's got his man Gardner out there. Gardner spins free of the tackle, but they say he stepped out of bounds after a gain of about 4.
Big Gardner, number 34, he hard-nosed kid for Wayne. He's been in on a lot of plays tonight. He's the kid that took the kickoff almost all the way back. And again, been involved in several positive plays for the Wayne County Cardinals. You know, Wayne County, much like Corbin last year, 20-some seniors graduated those, had a great quarterback in the Guffey kid. I'm not sure where he went to school, but I know this much. Whoever got him, if they did, got a football player. He was a solid football player. They really had a nice team. Played Belfry to 3-0 in the state finals.
Yeah, in a downpour. I guess they said it rained the whole time. Back to pass is Lindsay. He sets up, fires across, but picked up by Anderson. Anderson heading for the end zone. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's going for the pylons. He's going to make it. Touchdown, Corbin. Dalton Anderson returns it for 6 on the pick 6. Dalton Anderson, his first career touchdown, I believe, Burley. And a great play. Played it perfectly.
I'll tell you what, I'm really happy for him because he's one of the unsung heroes on that Corbin defense. Week in and week out, I've described him as a steady football player, and again, to a non-fan, they might think that's not very good, but that's excellent, to be honest with you. When you're consistent and steady over there, that's the kind of kids that help you win football games and make plays like you just made.
You can win with steady.
You better believe it.
You know what to expect. Cannonier on to attempt the extra point. Taylor is the holder, 40-7 now. Corbin stretches this thing out here in the second half. Cannonier's extra point. This time he got all of that one. That one hit that one right in the screws. Extra point drilled right down the middle. Corbin on top, 41-7 now. 10:20 to go in the fourth.
Well, I'll tell you, when Corbin's offense is good, they're good. I mean, they really are. When they're good, they're good. And they've been good in the second half.
Yes, let's get back to this Kentucky game a little bit now. You're going up tomorrow night. You're going to be watching. What are you looking for? What are some keys that you're looking for? I mean, traditionally Kentucky, if they can compete on the line of scrimmage, they got a chance.
Well, I hope we don't have any BB guns. There's the first thing.
Well, yeah, we just got lost. Remember when the crew didn't we?
Yeah, that'd be the first thing. No, I think secondary. I think secondary's got to play really well tomorrow night because Spurrier's going to throw it, and you know, typically South Carolina's had Lattimore and some of the good backs, and they ran it quite a bit too. But when it gets right down to them having a good football team, just because they think they can throw it, and I think Kentucky's secondary's got to play very good, and the defense is playing well. And on the other hand, I think Patrick Toles has got to be the difference.
Well, I'd say Toles has been impressive to me. That's a kid that's he's talking about a football player. He's a hard-nosed kid. He's a quarterback with a linebacker mentality. Here's Cannonier's kick again. Drives him right back to the goal line. Ruiz makes the catch at the 1, starts up the right side. This time is going to be hit, breaks another tackle on his feet all the way up to the 35. And Tucker Jewell tracks him down from behind. He had a good run back again, 35 yards that time. He fiddled that one right at the goal line.
Well, more importantly, he was one guy away from breaking it. Tucker don't make that stop, and Tucker came from the other side of the field here.
We sound like a broken record, but if you're watching this game, and a lot of people will be watching it on replay, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. There's just gaping holes there. And Ruiz was a good return guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a talented player. 41-7. Corbin on top. Simpson back in at quarterback, leaves it off on the delayed draw. Straight up the gut, that is Garner, Austin Garner, out to the 40, gain of about 5.
Harley Lambert, we hadn't called his name a lot tonight, but he's steady week in and week out. Dave in on the stop there. Harley looked to be a little bit bummed up. One injury I did forget to report is Joe Ledford. Saw him in street clothes tonight, not sure what that's about. But Joe, one of the seniors on the football team, he's not in uniform tonight. He and Brady Ferris and Zach Rose are the three that we know about on their injury report.
Dustin Sams into the football game now for Corbin as well. Back to throw as the quarterback Simpson dumps it off underneath. Got Logan Gardner. Makes the catch at the 50. That will be enough for the first down. Gets it out about 3 or 4 yards after the catch into Corbin territory. Down to about the 47. That will move the chains for the Cardinals. 9:24 to go in the game. Corbin on top 41-7. Where was the Wayne County, Bell County game at? Do you know?
I don't know. For some reason, I want to think that it was at Bell.
We got a good buddy, Jeff Shearer, over here beside of us. He's the radio guy. It was away. It was at Bell.
Corbin's offsides, number 33.
Did I say that right? I'm looking at Wayne County's schedule. It says away. Yes, so it was at Bell, 19-0. So Log Mountain, 19-0 game of Log Mountain's pretty good performance. Mm-hmm. I mean, for a team that has a lot of underclassmen.
Coach Thompson does a great job at Wayne County. He's a solid football coach, David. His teams are physical, they're fundamental. He teaches football the way it should be taught.
Pretty tough scheduling, isn't it, to have Corbin and Wayne or Corbin and Bell back to back.
Mm-hmm. Both of them away.
Yeah. Hand off straight up to Gub Ruiz into the secondary. He's almost returned a couple kickoffs. A nice gainer right up the middle, about 15 yards, pulled down by Tucker Jewell at the 29. That will be enough to give Wayne County a fresh set of downs.
Corbin with some subs in, but there was some subs out now.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I think if you're Corbin, you're thinking, you know, well, 41-7, we're probably going to win this thing. Don't want to get anybody hurt, but you're also thinking, at most are going to play a quarter next week. And I don't mean that as any disrespect towards McRae Central. They're in the rebuilding stage, and they're probably not going to have a competitive game next week. You know, so we're going to go another 2 weeks. Here's a pass long down the middle. It's going to be almost picked off. O'Neal played it well, got a hand on it, batted it away. And 8:15 to go now.
Well, let's go back. In South Laurel, you don't play the second half. Then you take the week off.
Well, you're 2 weeks in.
You play tonight. And what has been, and they've had to play, you go to Macquarie, it's a win. I mean, unfortunately, it's just what it is. And then you got Bell County. So
you're almost a month of one competitive game.
That's it.
8:15 to go. Second down and 10 for Wayne, working from the Corbin 29. Simpson back to throw again. Steps up, fires it off the left side, incomplete. Boy, hit his guy right in the midst over there. Would have been short of the first down, but hit Logan Gardner. Would have been a gain probably of 4 or 5 anyway. 3rd and 10 now for Wayne.
You know, this is last year for Wayne in the district. Really? I don't know about on schedule. Yeah, they're moving up. They're moving up to 4A.
I did not know that.
Yes, 2015 they moved up to 4A.
Wow. I tell you, one of our good buddies over at Wayne County, the athletic director Rodney Woods. If there's a better basketball coach in high school, here's a fumbled snap, and we got a great basketball coach over here as well. He and Rodney have squared off as the good ones, but we love to watch Coach Woods in those big games. He can really coach.
Pretty good player yourself too.
You know, that was way before my time. I don't know. I've heard that.
Yeah. At the same time I was. What are you talking about? We just didn't have the TV.
Hey, he was a good player. I did play a little softball with Coach Woods when he was at Corbin coaching. Back to throw is Simpson, dumps it off underneath, incomplete. Sailed that one over the head of his intended receiver, and Wayne will turn it over on downs. Corbin leads 41-7, 7:29 to go. But one thing that I will say about Wayne County, when you go there to broadcast the game, whether it be football or basketball, you're met at the gate by Coach Woods or his representatives. They've got their notes and everything ready for you, the media packet. They do a good job.
About as nice a place you can go.
Yeah.
It really is. It's about as good a place you can go on the road and be treated well.
Pretty good barbecue sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good barbecue. You got to walk a little ways to get to it, but it's pretty good. Corbin with some subs into the game, but Taylor's going to come back in at quarterback here. Takes the snap, sets up, fires out to Hopper. Kenny makes the catch. Will be hit and dropped after a gain of about 8. Slung down there on the left side. And good sportsmanship there. Keenan Jones threw him down on that hard turf over there, then helped him up.
That hurts.
In the game notes that I'm not sure if Tom Smith or if Justin Hammocks put them together, but the game notes for tonight that they gave to us, Hopper's the 4th leading receiver in 3A football right now, coming into tonight's game. And that's what the bye week figured in, Coach. Up the middle, Nance's got some room. He's into the secondary, all the way down the 30-yard line, tracked down from behind. Good run that time by Nance. About 28 yards straight up the middle. Billy, he's got to be closing in on 100 yards.
I was just going to say that. He just about has to be close to 100. Corbin's offensive stats ought to be off the charts tonight.
They had 271 yards at the half, and again, only 12 points to show for it, mainly because of 2 turnovers and then a couple of ill-advised penalties, or ill-timed penalties, I should say. 7:05 to go, clock winding down, 41-7, Corbin on top. It was a tussle the first half, 12-0 was the score at the break. Been on Corbin here in the second half. Trips to the right side, Taylor looks to throw. Sets up, fires long down the left side, has got Hopper out there, but it's well overthrown. A little stop and go right there is Hopper. We used to call that the button hook and go. Is that what they call it now?
Yeah. Or we used to say go long.
Go long?
Yeah.
They stopped, and a little pump fake there by Taylor froze the defensive back and actually had Hopper behind the defense. And again, this time he's throwing with the wind, Burley. At the wind at his back.
Right. Well, and here's we had to defend this before. A lot of people are going to say, well, why's Corbin throwing it up 41-7, 6:49 in the second half? Exactly what we were talking about before. Didn't play the whole game against Laurel, not going to against McQuarrie, had a week off. They've got to play, and what they do is throw the football.
Taylor looking to throw again, rolls to the right, dumps it off underneath, has got more makes the catch, struggles out to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line, gain of about 6. And I think you made a really good point a couple weeks ago, too. And I never thought about it that way, but you don't get these backs beat up. You know, I would be surprised if Coppert runs it again this game. I mean, they may throw it to him, but he's not going to pound it up in there very much, I don't think.
Just after you say that, I see Drew Carter come in the game, but he come in for Nance. So Kopic and Drew Carter in the game.
3rd down and 4 from the 24. That means, since I said that, they're probably going to run Kopic right here, but they're not going to. Taylor looks to throw again, sets up, fires across the middle. Guys, hit Moore right in the midst. It would have been a first down for 15. Had some room to roam as well. Dropped. Corbin probably in 4-down territory on 4th down and 4. I don't think they'll let Cannonu try to kick it from here.
I don't think so. It's with the wind, though.
I'd like to see Carter get the ball in his hands here. I think that kid is dynamic. He had one run earlier in the game for about 20 yards.
Well, he's going to get a lot of chances after this year. You know, he's sitting there behind a pretty good back in Jake Kopic.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes because he is a fine football player.
Taylor's got backs to either side of him working out of the shotgun. 2 wide outs to the left. That's the far side of the field. They handed off straight up the gut to Kopic. He didn't get the first down. He's hit and cut down short, I believe, and the ball was fumbled. Yeah, the ball was dropped. That's Jake's second fumble of the night, and Wayne's going to recover that one. That ball came out a little bit late there, but Kopic coughs it up, and Wayne will get it back.
What you think about this if you're Coach Haddix, and this will disappoint you, but it should excite you also. 41-7 over a district rival, 4 turnovers, multiple penalties, mass communication, and you're still winning the game 41-7.
Yeah, we had some plays earlier where we had 3 passing plays earlier where the quarterback and the receiver were on completely different pages. One of those was Hopper wide open down the sideline. Here's a handoff straight up the gut, no room at all for Ruiz. Good tackle there. Is that Lambert?
That's Big Harley.
I think Harley's starting to get limbered up a little bit.
It might just take him a little bit.
Yeah, he did look like he was moving a little slowly earlier in the game. Yeah, you know, and again, I think homecoming night, the week off, all the things that you've talked about at length here tonight played into that. But you got to give Wayne some credit as well. This pretty physical football team. They came in here and played hard.
Yes, they are. Coming off a tremendous year last year. I was for them too. I was really pulling for them.
I was pulling hard for them. I guarantee you. Back to passes. Lindsay fires it across middle, incomplete. Tangled up out there with the receiver was Anderson. He just did not let Gardner run his route. He kind of just got in his way and blocked him out of the passing lane.
Well, as you know and I know, and sometimes when that cupboard gets full, you've got to know that it's going to get bare too. It gets full for a reason, and that was the case last year. Lincoln had a tremendous football team. They had a really good football team. Fort lost that game over 36-0, but they played an outstanding football team.
But, we played them earlier in the year, and here's the quarterback, Lindsey, taking off on a run up the middle. He's going to get out over the 30 to about the 31-yard line, gain of 10. That'll be enough to move the chains and give Wayne County a fresh set of downs. But, the first game over there, Burley, was a very competitive football game.
It was.
We actually had the football with a chance to win the game, 3-4 minutes left to go.
We did.
And could not convert, but it was a much different story the second time we played.
Well, it's, the Bell County Talk will start this week, and around here, win or lose this game, Justin Haddix wasn't going to be measured on his first-year success. Win or lose next week. Unfortunately, he won't do it because I think he's smart enough to know that that's not the whole picture. And but there will be a portion of the Corbin people that will want to judge him on that win or that loss. And which is unfair, and it's been unfair to judge Steve Jewell and his staff on those wins or losses, or whomever, but that's how important it is. My point is, that's how important it is to this community to try to get a victory over Bell County, irregardless of what happens down the road, because they are a rival now. They're very well coached by Wayne Mills. Physical. I mean, when you talk about physical, they play physical football. But a lot of people felt like we laid an egg up there last year that was a chance football game we should have won and didn't. And again, kind of the same scenario this year. Feel like we should win the football game.
Leon Corbin's going to move it out to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Wayne Lindsley. Back to throw, chased out of the pocket. Hampton after him, then reverses field, then loses his footing and goes down at the 45. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run. 4.5 to go here in the football game. 41-7. Corbin on top. All right, Coach, what's your prediction tomorrow? You're going to go to the game. Tell me where you think how's it going to end up.
I wouldn't go if I didn't think they were going to win.
That's not true now. Well, maybe it is now. You've been to a bunch of games you knew we weren't going to win, though. You used to watch us play Tennessee every year.
I know, but now you've messed my whole scenario up by saying that.
Okay.
See, I wanted people out there to think I knew what I was doing by going.
Okay. I'm going to say maybe that's the way you feel, man.
Hey, I've been going 35 years. I've been to a lot of games. I knew we were going to win.
Back to throw is Lindsley. He throws it up for grabs. Nearly intercepted. Ellison got his hands on another pass. But just about picked one off there while we were talking a moment ago. Good play there by Lucas again. And I did not catch the Redhound who was after Lindsley. Had him right in the grasp there. Got my eye on him. I think it might have been Harley Lambert.
Yeah, and that looked like Andrew Riddy close in that area as well.
25. I'm sorry, Burley. It was Brock, right, I believe. That was 65. I tell you what, 25 is a pretty big kid.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's Harley Lambert from the side, he's a pretty big kid.
He and Braden Sevier both are good-looking athletes, good-looking young athletes. I think just sophomores, both of them.
They are. Now, I don't remember Sevier last year as a freshman a whole lot. I remember him being playing some, but now I remember 25. Dylan Brock got his hands on the ball a few times last year and really impressed us. Back to passes, Lindsay firing long down the right side. He's got a man out there. Gardner, off of his fingertips, incomplete. He was a good 5 yards behind the defense and lost the handle on it. He would not have taken it for the touchdown, but it would have been a nice gainer down to about the 25, but loses it out of bounds, and Wayne County will turn it over on downs here with 3:44 to go in the game.
Yeah, we bit on the run big time then. We come flying up. And again, that's a little bit of youth there. Sailor Rasmus is going to get his first shot at returning a punt.
Well, actually not turning it over on downs. I apologize. They're going to kick it away here as Gardner set to punt it. Steps into it, gets off a nice one. Rasmus is going to field it, makes the catch cleanly at the 20-yard line, starts up the right sideline, still on his feet, will be hit and knocked down just over the 25, maybe to the 27.
He had them feet going, didn't he?
Yeah, he was digging up some turf there.
He looked like he was on fire, didn't he?
He might have spun out there once. A good run back there. I'll tell you what the most impressive thing about that play was the catch he made. That ball was a knuckleball again. And then I can see it kind of moving from here.
He's a good story. He's a kid. He's been a second teamer throughout his career. Hung around in there and went to work, and he's getting an opportunity and has performed well.
I tell you, in the Pulaski Southwestern game, they won the biggest plays in the game. The diving interception there.
He absolutely did.
1st and 10 from the 26. Taylor takes the snap, leaves it off with the second back through. That's going to be Reedy, breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet, starts at the right sideline. It's a little bit of a foot race. He's motoring up the right sideline all the way down to the 40-yard line as he's tracked down. That's Drew Carter, 15, not 5. Drew Carter, a good run that time, all the way down inside the 40. That's my guy right there. I like Carter. ran through a couple tackles at the line of scrimmage. Well, Corbin's got to be close to 300 yards rushing, Burley. We got to come up with our Minuteman on-time, on-target player of the game here in the next little bit. Still 3 minutes to go in this game. Taylor takes it, leaves it with the second back through. This is Nance. He's hit and dropped. Gain of only a couple. 2:55 to go in the game. Corbin on top 41-7. It was a tussle in the first half, 12-0 at the break, and Corbin had all they wanted out of Wayne at halftime. A different Corbin team here in the second half, though, Burley.
9 different athletes when the game was on the line had touched the football for Corbin.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bounce. Here's Carter right in the middle again. Blasts through the hole, still on his feet, gets it all the way down to the 25. Good run that time by the 11 that time by Drew Carter. I tell you what, he's got to me, Burley, and it's noticeable. If my untrained eye can see it, he's got a really good first 2 steps. When he gets the football in his hands, he explodes a little bit. And I don't know what his 40-yard speed is, but his 10-yard speed about as good as anybody we got.
Yeah, his back end speed's not. He's not a sprinter, but he's really quick.
He got to the hole very quickly that time, and I've noticed it pretty much every time he's touched it. I like that kid. He's a bit confused right now, though. He's going to settle in here right beside the quarterback, and new quarterback in the game. That's going to be a run around the left side. A good run that time by number 7, Cameron Sizemore. I think Sizemore said, all this confusion behind me, I think I'll just keep it myself.
Yeah, better keep it.
A good run that time, 16 yards by Cameron. He's a good-looking kid, Burley.
Big kid.
Yes, he is. Clock winding down, a minute 51 to go in the football game. 41-7, Corbin on top. Once again, Hounds will be on the road next week at McCrary Central. The game will be heavily favored in. That's a Thursday night game, so we'll be on the air at about 7 o'clock next Thursday. Get to see our old buddy Rob Jones over there. Sizemore working out the shotgun, takes the snap, leaves it off with Carter, cuts back against the grain, keeps his legs turning down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Good run of about 6 that time from Carter.
Well, it's been a good night for Corbin. It was sloppy at times, but the outcome's going to be wonderful, and a win's a win.
This game, though, given to us by Tom Smith, is Monday night. The Corbin JV team locked up the number 1 seed in the SEKC JV conference, and they'll play Williamsburg at Williamsburg, and they're in the tournament. And Corbin's JV team still undefeated on here, buddy.
Coached by our old buddy Ronnie Watkins, Coach Ronnie Watkins.
They're undefeated despite being coached by Ronnie Watkins. Here's a fumbled snap. As that one hit Sizemore in the shin and kicked straight forward. No, Ryan does a good job, these kids, and they got a great, they got a really good JV team. A lot of good young Redhounds. Look like Corbin May got back on that ball. That surprised me because I thought Wayne recovered that thing.
Yeah, I think Ronnie was a great addition to Corbin's staff, not only because of his football knowledge, what kind of guy he is and what kind of good guy he'll be around them. Jeff Cloud, the defensive line coach, Tom Greer, the defensive coach, Justin Haddix, of course, the head coach, Jody Mauser, the assistant head coach. We'll try to mention the others here in a second.
Sizemore going to keep it himself, takes it in off right tackle, touchdown Corbin. Yes. Sizemore into the end zone. Corbin extends their lead 47-7, just 21 seconds to go. Yeah, back to Ronnie. He's the kind of guy you want your kid around. He's a solid guy, and he's really enjoying it. I get a chance to talk to him every so often. Of course, he and I were roommates in college, and we're the best of friends. I don't get to see him as much as I used to, but now when I talk to him now, that's the first thing he wants to talk about, football. Of course, his son finishing up his playing career at Eastern Kentucky University. Back on the field, I understand now, after a severe ankle injury for Swain. But Caleb, I guess 2-year start up there.
Yeah, and what a good kid, too. Also, 2 coaches for Corbin, Jeremy Hart, Guy Lou Allen, too. I want to mention those guys. They work with some of the young kids as well.
Cannon New attempt the extra point, steps into this one. He's got his stuff limbered up a little bit, too. Drills that one right down the middle. So Corbin extends the lead 48-7, just 21 seconds to go. I'd like to remind everybody, stick around. We'll have our Minuteman on-time, on-target player of the game immediately following this game. And and also one of our in-game sponsors, Froyo Frozen Yogurt. If you go up there anytime on Saturday, tell them the final score of the game looks like it might be 48-7. I'll give you a little hint there. You can get 25% off your entire ticket price all day on Saturday from the good folks at Froyo Frozen Yogurt. I'm going to get up there and get me a little snack after this game, Coach.
Those are some fine folks up there at Froyo's, Terry Joe and his staff, and all the other owners, the Logans, the Creeches, the Paul Taylor and the E-Steps. Just good people that not only have a business in our community, but they contribute a lot to our community, and you love to see that.
That's kind of like a varsity club ownership. All those folks in the varsity club ownership.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
As you were saying that, that's a varsity club, yeah. Kennedy set to kick it away, steps into it, and this is a little shorter. High, though, will be filled by Ruiz at the 5-yard line. Starts up the center of the field. Got a bit of a gap again. This time he may go. This is the 40-51 guy to beat. Still on his feet all the way down to the Corbin 40-yard line. Tracked down from behind, though. A touchdown-saving tackle by number 28. That is DJ Murphy running him down from behind.
DJ showed a little speed there.
Yeah, DJ said, not on my watch. I tell you, Ruiz has got 100 yards or more in return yardage tonight.
Yeah. He had some big plays last year for him. He was one junior coming back that I knew that might hurt us. But go ahead, Coach.
All right, that's going to wrap things up. The horn goes off. Corbin wins the 48-7. We'll take a timeout and be back and catch a breath a bit. Talk a little bit about this football game.
Question number 1. Where can you shop Fords and Chevys conveniently in one location?
Falls Auto Group?
That is correct. Question number 2. Where do you get free car washes for life when you purchase a vehicle?
Falls Auto Group?
That is correct. Final question. Where are you going to buy your next car or truck?
Falls Auto Group.
Correct. Let's show him what he won.
Right on the corner, right on the price. Go to fallsautogroup.com.